Hello, it is I, Brian from Brian's Action Figure Reviews. Hello, chat. Now, I'm not here on my own today. Tubbs will be actually on at the moment. Yeah, so straight away we're into the comments. Connor, I noticed your new profile picture. It's quite nice and retro styled Action Force. Connor says, I'm not saying Tubbs uses far too much profanities. However, if he was German, his name would be Kuntz, after the famous German football player Stefan Kuntz. So hello everybody and welcome to the Culture Cast. So tonight, Tubbs will be on in about 5 minutes. We're going to be chatting about the boys. We're going to be chatting about the G.I. Joe classified reveals last week. I know we didn't get to cover them. Was it last week? No. But Miss Marvel episode 1, Obi-Wan episode 4, a new Thunderbolts movie was revealed. We'll be talking about the Black Adam trailer, and we'll be talking, our topic for the end of the evening is anti-heroes. So get your thinking caps on about that one. So yeah, hello in the chat. Mick says, meow said the chicken, and Mick has shown us some awesome Gundam figures earlier on the evening. They look class, Mick. So Smugglers is here. Well, welcome, Christian. How are you, my friend? Baz is here. Well done, Dark Lycan. Welcome to the chat. Mick says, Tubbs watching the game. No, he's putting his kids to bed, or they're putting him to bed or something. Tubbs doesn't like football anyway. So Mick says, hello all. Fuller Figure says, hey Mick, Baz, and Christian. Chris, evening everyone. Fucking good evening for Tubbs. And Tubbs will be on his fucking way when he comes on in a fucking minute. So Simon is here. Tip of the cap. Fuller Figures, Chris, Cy, Mick Holland, Robinson, you Muppet. Oh, please say they didn't score again today. Connor, where is your spanner gun? Unfortunately, Chris, we have no mods on in here, which is fine because who could moderate myself and Tubbs anyway? But also, like, I don't think we've had major problems with spam bots in here. But if anyone wants to be admin for our chat, feel free. I think I know how to add you guys anyway, but if anyone wants to take up the mantle there, I don't mind. Sai says, you never walk alone, Connor. Mick says, gun damn it, Connor. Jonathan is here. Good evening, Jonathan. Do you prefer to be called Jono, Blinky, or Jonathan? I don't mind. Good evening, Brian and chat. Smitler speaks. None here. Thank Jesus. Jesus. Gerard is here. What's the story, Gerard? How are you, my friend? Fuller's Figure says, Johnner, Mick, Hi, Con, Smitty, Dr. Smuggle, Jono, and Jer. Mick, I challenge you to give everybody in the chat a nickname. Hey, Gerard Kane. Sai says, tip of the cap to all in the chat. Chris says, Brian, give Connor a spanner. It looks like it will rile him up. No, I'm not going to do that to poor Connor. Connor does enough work across the fucking community without being forced to work here as well. So, I'm not going to do that unless he asks me to. Lobot is here. Welcome, Lobot. Good evening, all. Mick says, hi, Manga. Mick, tip of the cock, ready to rock. So we've been through this. Oh, tip of the penis. Yeah. Sup, Connor, Mick. Sup, Connor, Cy, Mick, Jared, Christian, and Chris. Say that 10 times fast out loud. Any of you, I dare you. James McGurk is here. Hey, everybody. Hey, James. How are you, my friend? Good to see you back. Mr. Redmond. Howdy, James McGurk. Hi, James. Mick. Lord Smith of Chris. Oh, he's going to love that one. Mick, that Gundam came out fucking awesome, mate. Indeed, it did. Absolutely savage work, my friend. I think you should share it publicly on Twitter, where we all can see it. Fuller said, evening, Lobot. And hold on, we have another one in the chat. He's kind of a small guy, but we'll add him anyway. Here's Twisted Tubbs. Tubbs, you're fucking late.
I know, buddy. I'm not.
People are missing the fucks, and there's no small jokes in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, fucking. Sorry about that, buddies.
I'm just going through the comments. Everybody's here. Mick, Dr. Smuggles, Jonathan, Chris says, "Can you imagine if I got a spanner? Jono will be gone as soon as he mentions Super 7. But maybe you, maybe Chris, maybe you are the spanner." Tubbs is just nothing to say at the moment, which is hilarious.
Ugh. It took me an hour and a half to get my kids to sleep, so I'm like, I'm gonna have to like phase right into this now. Like,
That's cool. Tez is here in the chat as well. Hello there. Let's do this. Yes, let's fucking do this, Tubbs.
let's go, buddy.
Mick says shorty. This will get you going now. All these see, Tubbs needs small jokes to feed.
Why is he keeping the fucking lightings out of the shop? You big cunt.
Connor says, rumor alert, Tubbs has been cast in the remake of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I hear they're not using CGI.
And I'm playing all of them.
That's fucking original. I like that.
I'm going to play all of them, like wigs and fucking... Well, on the Tez, huh?
Everybody's saying hello to Tez. Mick says, unleash upon your Shetland pony, you dwarf.
Oh, yeah.
Chris, you never have the spanner. Chris says it. Oh, I am a spanner, all right. Here we go. What really is wrong with Super 7? I like some of them, but people put me off buying them. Are they really that bad? Okay. So, what I will do...
I don't have any like reference to this, but I know Brian did buy one and really dug it. So
here's Lino. It is a perfectly serviceable figure. So I know you don't take things out of the box anyway. So the box for it is here. Hold on. I'm gonna take this out now. The one thing that's great about Super 7 is the presentation that they actually come in. So, like, that's your box.
Oh, wow.
And it looks amazing inside it. But what my problem with Super 7 is when you order them, when pre-orders first come out, you're talking about a year and a half sometimes for the figures to come out. And the price as well. They should be the same price as NECA, but they're a bit overpriced. And the articulation is a bit shit. But other than that, it's fine. They're fine. I'm actually pretty happy enough with the one I have. Okay, so from last week, Tubbs, Christian says, who even is this guy? Only messing, we fucking missed you, Tubbs.
I missed you guys too, man. I very much so. I was fucking sick and I couldn't get on last week.
And Chris says, how far away is Tubbs? Small, far away.
From Brian, from you, from the ground. I don't know.
Well, he's not that far away from the ground. You can bet that anyway. Connor and Jonathan, etc. All. Chris, you don't need a spanner as you're already a tool. I think we already covered that. Tubbs, how much did they pay you to crawl up that willy in the boys?
Man, they didn't even have to pay. It was just like, it was like either like go to the Christian Brothers or get a job at the BBC. It was like, oh, which way do I go? You know.
Ooh, don't get us taken off YouTube, Tubbs.
Dude, I've been trying for 60 fucking plus weeks. It hasn't worked yet. Like,
Jonathan says some of their figures are cool, but they are very overpriced for what you get. Yeah, I think if they were NECA's price point, they'd be a lot better.
Oh, so how are they like pricey?
Yeah, pretty much about 55 quid each.
Okay, you're hitting the 50 above mark, like.
Yeah. Tez says hello to everybody as well. Mick says their articulation is trash, but the visual nostalgia is great. For e.g., their TMNT is like the Playmates toys I had as a child. See, that's where it doesn't work for me because I always preferred the animated looks themselves. When I got the toys, when I got the toys, even as a child, I was like, they don't look like the cartoon. What's going on here? Like, why are they looking like this?
Was that the figures, like?
Yeah, years ago, like the original Playmates ones, they actually didn't look like the actual toys or whatever. Tez has said, I like the Super 7 Transformers. Keep them in card. Nice. These card backs too. They're the smaller ones, aren't they? There's a name for them. I can't think of it now. But anyway, Mick says, hi, Roland. Mick, this is Tez. Don't call him Roland. Terrence, Mr. Lobot. Everybody saying hello, Tez. Uh, that I agree. Yes, Jonathan says exactly, Brian. If Subpar 7 were priced the same as NECA, it wouldn't be that bad. But the price your figure is the same price as SHF and Mafex without the articulation and paint apps is just fucked up. I do like the paint on the lino as well. It's pretty good. Sai says Christian. Chris says, I love the Super 7 Ultimate figures. They are the figures I actually imagined my actual 80s figures being like when I was a child. Yeah, I'd go with that as well. The Thundercats ones are brilliant, like H's, Roland, and Sai, and of course Chris and Teza. So, Tubbs,
Yes.
how are you, my friend? Now that we've gotten through all the chat.
I'm all right, man. I'm all right. Fucking. Yeah, I'm just a bit fucking tired today, but other than that, I've been good all week. Like,
that's good. You can't say you're tired, Tubbs. You made the kids. You look after them.
They look after me, man. That's kind of the way this ship is rolling now, you know. The first few years I was looking after them. Now they're taking my tired ass and looking after that. Like,
Mick says, insert sad Millie the dog photo here. Your photo has no power here, Mick. It's only It's only a visual thing. You can use it on Twitter all you like. You can't use it here.
Yeah, man. Those like
Christian man.
those photos on Twitter, huh?
Fucking. Okay. So I outlined already before you came on what we were going to talk about in the show today.
Yes.
So do you want to start with a TV show or do you want to start with toys?
What are we doing, show and tell, or do you already do that?
Show and tell, yes, that's what we usually do. Thank you, Tubbs. My brain is So have you got something for show and tell this week?
I got a cow, Brian. I got a cow.
Wow,
I actually got I got 2 action figures.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will make you big, which is going to be a really tough thing to do.
All right.
Look, guys, supersized him.
So basically, I got 2 figures. These are kind of very different now from the norm of the DC and all that kind of stuff. But first one is Jack the Pumpkin King from Nightmare Before Christmas. He's got like the articulation and stuff and the legs. Yeah, he's pretty class. And
that's cool.
Yeah, I digs him. Like, he's fucking pretty cool. But he's in the pumpkin. He's the Pumpkin King form. Like, but then, as all good things come, I got another figure. Brian knows about this one. You remember the what's his name? He's like the werewolf guy from the Nightmare Realm.
Yeah.
In Nightmare Before Christmas. But watch this, guys. I got him home, right? And
oh, that sucks, man.
That sucked. That his head came clean off after getting him in the door. But good thing is, I only paid like $5 for the whole fucking lot in like a car boot sale of all places. So
Nice.
yeah, so that was pretty cool. So I'm gonna get glue tomorrow, and I'm gonna see if I can. I don't know. Oh, I didn't realize his fucking mouth. Look, it opens up and all. So I'm definitely gonna have to fix this motherfucker now. Like, but yeah, outside. But yeah, so that was a cool little out of the box difference. I really didn't. I've never gotten Nightmare Before Christmas stuff, and I really dig that movie.
Ooh.
So I thought that was a nice little find. And I bought The Quarry on PS5, which I gotta say is very, very fucking entertaining and very good so far.
Where was I in the chat now? I was after going mad again. Chris says, I love how Brian asked Tubbs how Tubbs was, and his response was fucking.
See, that's my go-to. If I'm kind of like, I get like stuck on words, or if I'm just like, I just fill in the blanks with the fuck.
Simon says, I watched your Lino review, and Chris Pantro's wicked, but they seem to get a bad rep. I like him. Shoot me now. And what's worse, Si, is they do G.I. Joe, they do TMNT, they do loads of things, actually. They're even doing Disney and The Simpsons, I think, as well. Super 7. Chris says, sadly, I have nothing exciting to say. Sleep is as excited as I get at the moment. How are you? Mick says, plot twist, the supersized Tubbs makes Tubbsy Bubs smaller. And Mick also says, that's like something from Medieval. I want it about your thingy.
Oh, the fucking Jack Skellington? Or
And
Pumpkin
Jonathan
King?
says, side dangerous path to go down. You pick up Super 7 figure, and next thing you know, you will be supporting Everton. Tez says, the Wolf Man. And so he's laughing. Jonathan says, Tubbs, that Jack Skellington is awesome.
Yeah, I know, man, dude, I know for like fucking $2-3, like, not fucking bad. And I was sickened because they actually had a few more, but I was fucking rushing, so I kind of just grabbed those two, and then I broke the fucking head off the fucking wolf dude.
Tez says Tubbs is turning emo. I think he's always been emo a little bit.
And there's always been a little bit
of off the top. Go get some sleep, Christian. Mick says yes, the Pumpkin King.
Do you ever want to see my fucking my electric emo face? Go on YouTube and check out my wrestling videos. Like white mask, black fucking gothic suit.
Nobody wants to see that, Tubbs. Joshua Kincaid, how are you, my friend? Been a while. Welcome back to the show. So what we're gonna do? Oh yeah, my own show and tell. It's pretty small actually. So I just got one figure this week. I bought it on adverts.ie, which is like a local buy and sell site here. I bought it for to try and help complete the build a figure. So I make myself big, which wouldn't be too hard. So I've been trying to finish Strong Guy.
Oh yeah, okay.
Bloody ages. Nearly have him now. So I got this Shikla, Marvel Legends Shikla on adverts.ie and
she's hot.
And Jeff the Shark for €14 plus postage. And yeah, so she's Deadpool's wife, apparently, ex-wife or something in the comics. That's why I didn't buy her that's why I didn't buy her before. She's from the land of the monsters, apparently. So yeah, I've been reading up to doing this one.
Positioned?
What?
Okay. Match your hands. Yeah.
Only you can see it that way, Tubbs. But yeah, she's pretty cool figure, so I'm gonna do a review and stuff and everything. So yeah, that's all I had.
Basically, what I'm saying to you, Brian, is she looks like she would wank off the shark.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Russian. I thought you were from Limerick, Tubbs.
Fucking am that kid, Johnson.
Joshua says, long time no see. Yes, my friend. Hi, Josh. Tess says, side boob. You're all fucking cracked today. Look, there's some side boob.
Fucking there. Yeah, more. I think this is it. Dude. Roland's reviews, all right? We need more side boob on this show.
Yeah.
Where are the female figures?
Cool figure, Brian, and Jeff the Land Shark is an awesome comic. I've actually seen it on the digital app, so I'm going to check that out. Do you want to see my fucking?
Fuck?
Okay, so on the agenda for tonight, we're going to talk about The Boys. Now, Tubbs, have you seen it yet?
I'm not going to lie to you, Brian, right? I downloaded all the shows. I was going to do the homework, right? But then I got to Quarry and I started playing that shit and I was drawn fucking all week. So I kind of got distracted. I did see Obi-Wan Kenobi though.
Okay, we'll talk about Obi-Wan first. So because there's Star Wars is quite popular nowadays. I think you may have heard of it. Roland Tez says, side boob. Sean Solo's in the chat. Welcome to Sean. How are you, my friend? I was on his live stream 3 Men and a Monkey Lizard 3 weeks ago, I think.
Nice.
A lot of fun. Mick Holland. Hi, Sean. James. Oh no, James. Admission to make. I am an Everton fan, but I'll never be a subpar 7 supporter. Oh no.
James, my friend, how are you?
Chris says depends on the side move. If it's Bernard Manning, I'll pass. Yeah, I think so too.
I mean, we can make it work, bud.
Hello there, Sean. Hey, Sean. Everybody say hello to Sean. Sai says
hello,
the boys has been batshit crazy. Yeah, Rufflal. Rolling around the floor, laughing out loud. That's what it is.
Do you know what? It's no, I mean, do you know when they shorten down shit? It's like, it's like rolling around the floor, laughing my ass off, and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
I get that, right? That's fine. Do you know what one pisses me?
The floor anyway.
No, but you know what one really, really fucking pisses me off? And I know I'm going to get some flack for this shit if anyone's from Limerick, right? But
No, we're the
do you
only
know?
ones from Limerick here.
Okay, yeah, but do you know the whole Limerick Abu thing that people write? Brian, I'm not
Yeah,
going to lie to you. That makes me physically angry when people
but
write that. Like when I see hashtag Limerick Abu, I'm like, go fuck yourself in your face, you dumb cunt.
that's because you're a city boy. You'll never understand the GAA culture.
Yeah, it must be that, dude, because every time I see it,
Because
I'm like, what the fuck is this
Limerick
shit
Abu
about?
was around since like the early '90s,
And then they say,
before
oh,
any of these
Limerick,
other
you're a
ones.
lady. No, Limerick ain't no lady. She's a two fucking cent whore that like
That's just
opens
the
her legs
city.
for any cunt that'll walk by.
Shut up.
That's what she is like.
See,
Welcome,
see,
take. Ah,
Tubbs lives in the worst part of Limerick, the city. The rest of it is absolutely beautiful.
oh yeah. You venture outside of where I live, and it's like, oh, it's fucking happy sailing. But yeah, Limerick a boo and Limerick you're a lady. Where I live, that is not the case.
Christian, I did say Shitler. I don't know where I said
Hitler
it,
Brian.
where I said that, but possibly. Hey Sean, Mick says, I don't get the Brie Larson hate. I don't mind her. Yeah, okay. So to answer the question, what the fuck is Limerick Abu? So Limerick Abu, right, is something that came out around 94, 95, when Limerick had gotten to their first All Ireland final in 30 years, I think. And yeah, so that was what the fans just said. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's been around since. So yeah. Yeah,
It's fucking stupid.
Tubbs doesn't understand. Is that you, love? Brie Larson.
Fuck Brie Larson in her stupid fucking face.
Yeah, I don't get the hate either. She's actually great to me. I don't mind her at all.
Really?
She had a picture actually up there yesterday, the day before, of her being battered and bruised because she's in the new Fast and the Furious film, I think. So she was doing stunts and stuff on that.
Did she get into a relationship with Amber Heard?
Christ. This is a sports ball thing. Yes, exactly. I think that's that's what it is, Tubbs. A sports ball thing.
It is a sports ball thing,
Because
Jonathan.
when you were late, I think it was Mick asked, "Were you watching the match?" I was like, "No, Tubbs don't do sports."
No, I do, but it's just. I mean, I used to. I mean, I support Chelsea.
Tubbs picks the
Fucking
most popular team and then doesn't follow them.
no, I mean, and the crazy thing about it was, Brian, I've been supporting Chelsea since I was a young fella. It's just I've never been good at keeping up with sports because I've always been so much of a wrestling and like I love hockey and I love American football and I love wrestling. But
Connor says, "I'm not saying Limerick is rough, but the last time I was there, I seen a stolen buggy with its wheels missing and set on fire. That was actually outside Tubbs' house. I saw that too.
It wasn't me though. It wasn't me. It was my neighbor Jimmy, and he loves to set fucking his child shit on the old fire, like cheaper on the old
Shabby's
heating.
here, and he said I came straight in to Tubbs calling someone a fucking cunt. Yeah,
buddy, I'm sorry, but that's.
Sorry, oh,
I don't know if I should apologize or like give you the thumbs up for like well timed.
Shabby, an interesting development actually in tonight's chat. We actually have another Everton supporter. Would you believe it? 2 in one room. So James McGurk is here listening too. He's also an Everton fan. So yeah, imagine that. So he says, I'm not saying Blackpool's rough, but the window cleaners use Sanders. I like that. Isn't a limerick an actual joke? It's like a little poem, I think, actually.
Oh yeah. I know what he means. Like in America and in other places, they like limericks, like poetry, poems.
We learned limericks in school, Tubbs. It's not just America or other places.
Oh well, yeah, but you know what I mean. I don't fucking know.
Poem, I think. Jonathan says, "Hey Shabby," and to be fair, Tubbs ain't wrong.
Thanks, Jonathan Redmond.
Nick says, "I love NFL too, Tubbsy Wubbsy."
Nice and buddy. I loves me some American sports, and that was really because I went to America and I really kind of loved it. I was like, "Oh, American football's fucking awesome."
He's here, Christian.
Yes, and then but I never really got like crazy. Like I always watched football, right? But then over the last 2-3 years, I couldn't fucking tell you who plays for Chelsea, where they fucking are in the league.
How long are we friends? It's longer than 2 or 3 years, and you never fucking talk about football.
No, no,
So
no. I mean, I did. But we always used to joke that I was always like, I never followed, like, I never kept up with it. If you get me, but kind of
yeah.
in and out. But then the last two,
Anyway,
3 years,
this isn't the football chat, so let's keep going. Um,
non-existent.
I'm not saying Plymouth is rough, but the caviar is not beluga. Shabby says, hey, Gerard, get your own punishment, Connor. Did I miss one? Oh, I missed a load. So, yeah, let's go through these. Jonathan, lol, Connor. Connor, I've blocked James. Shabby says Toffee's taking over. To stick you on, all right. Hey, Mark, get your own punishment, Connor. Yeah, I just said that one a few minutes ago. Hey, Gerard. Hi, Mark. You ain't alone. You ain't alone, Shabby. Toffee mania running wild, brother. Oh my god, what have I done? Toffee's taking over, and there's 2 of you. Yes, I know. Oh, I think we also have 2 Liverpool fans though, which is fair. Shabby, we call it Mick. So yeah, just everyone. Ted says just don't mention the crabs. So yeah, Obi-Wan Kenobi. First thought, so super short.
That was my major complaint with it. I was kind of going like, it's the 4th episode in out of 6, and it's like 36 minutes long.
We've had this problem with the Marvel shows as well, though, haven't we?
Yes, we've had this thing where, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
kind of a
there'd be
Disney
like
Plus
6
thing,
episodes.
really.
Like, and you would think, all right, because, and I'm not trying to kind of jump into it or not with Stranger Things again, but like that's a show that, like, all right, some of them were really long, all right, but they used their time well. Like,
Did
they
it
really,
though? Like, I could go
yeah,
along
I
with
think so,
Stranger
man. I mean, I went back and watched them kind of over since, and there's a lot of story there to tell. You know what I mean? And it's like, I don't know, the Obi-Wan Kenobi one's a weird one, right? Because you have this influx of, oh, it's going to fuck up continuity, it's going to wreck canon, and then you have other people going, oh my god, I really want to know what's between those two, and then, you know, I'm just there because I fucking want a man fucking hug Ewan McGregor's face, you know. But and then I've heard people bitching online saying, oh, they're not utilising Hayden Christensen correctly, and all this, and you know what? You could make the argument they're not. You could make the argument that, like, wait, they will in the next 2. We don't know.
Yeah.
But my complaint with this one was it was too short.
Yeah, it was.
This
really,
one
really
felt
short.
really. This one really felt like it was like a filler between the first 3 and the last 2. If you get me.
So do you think this episode was just filler then?
Yeah, no. What I mean by filler is like they didn't have enough story to fill a full episode between 3 and 5. So they just, all right, we'll just pack this in here and we'll get from this point to this point, and then we can go straight into 5.
Yeah. I get you.
It seems like they just took that like an arc point, and like, we need to get Leia off that ship to get her back here. So we'll do this. It'll be 36 minutes. It'll be an episode, and we'll pack in more on this one. I will say one thing. Obi-Wan in this episode felt a little more like prequels Obi-Wan.
Yeah, he even had the sweat.
You know, and that scene with the fucking hole in the window, with the water and the glass cracking and stuff, that was. I liked it.
So like what always happens with me is I'll watch the episode and I'm like,
yeah,
oh, that was awesome, and then I'll go online and you'll see a million like things picked out, like, but then again,
I try not to and I've genuinely been doing it with this show. I try not to let the internet kind of, you know, like, because you know yourself, man, you go online and me and you've been there.
It influences your thinking.
It does, of course. I mean, you have been notorious for going on and like story Grace.
Hey, Grace.
Hey, Ryan.
Brian and the internet.
Hey, guys.
Hey, dude.
A choke and coke.
What was I saying?
Nice.
About Kenobi.
Talk about social media.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Social media. So we've been
known carer, by the way, guys.
But I know, yeah, fucking hell.
He's handler.
Anyway,
so,
what was I saying? Fucking hell, I'm completely melted.
So we were talking about social media and how it influences your thinking after watching.
Yes, there we go. But as I was saying, it's me and you, and we've talked about this before. It's like me and you are like we have gone down that rabbit hole of like watching something and going straight onto the breakdowns and just like the reactions to things and just to kind of see like, oh, how was what way was that received? Because I really liked it, but the rest of the world. And on this show, it's been weird. I haven't because you've seen all the hate for Reva and all the hate for like fucking Anakin and all this kind of stuff. You get tapped out.
Willie taboo.
But it's been one of those things for me. It's been kind of like, all right, like I get it, right? I know. Is this a perfect show? No.
G-Force, hello. Good to you,
hello.
Tubbs. Good to Tubbs can make it this week.
But was it?
He just said, "Good, you can make it this week."
Oh yeah, thank you, buddy. Yeah, but it's very much a thing of we're like, is it the best show on TV? No, but I am kind of digging it.
It's got strong competition for that at the moment.
Yes, so see, this is. I mean, this could be what it is as well. But I think as a Star Wars show as a whole, I mean, it feels like Star Wars to me.
Mm.
And for me, that's kind of what I'm looking for in this show. I mean, don't get me wrong. I will say one thing. I really, really wished, and this is only a personal thing, and you can agree with me in the comments, and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Right? I really, really wished that they just made the show about and Obi-Wan and Anakin after Revenge of the Sith and before New Hope, where they were, the conflict, all that. It kind of feels like they have 3 shows going on at the moment. Like the young Leia adventures, the fucking Inquisitor show. It seems like they're trying to pack. I mean, if I'd understand it more if this was like a 10-episode season.
I think as well, like they could have done this show without Vader if they were going to do the Inquisitors thing.
See, yeah, I mean, this is what I mean. I was even saying to my Joe Boogie Bop that's on the show sometimes. Phil, I was saying it to him the other day. Even with regarding the show, you could have, think of it this way: you could have done Obi-Wan season 1, and it could have been all about like Leia and the Inquisitors,
yeah.
And then
that's what they could be doing.
Yeah, but then you could have introduced Vader right at the end of it, to that moment where he finds out, and then the whole thing is the whole Obi-Wan Vader thing.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Like in episode 3, like seeing Vader trying to drag Obi-Wan through the fucking flames, like, you know what I mean? Like, was a bit like a pure sadistic fucking like bitch move from Vader, and I was kind of like, that's fucking class. Like, he's really trying to fucking. I think
as well, like people saying about Hayden, he was in the suit in episode.
Yeah,
4.
I mean,
you see the difference in the way he walked and the way he fucking grabs Reva as well. That scene I really, really liked.
That scene was fucking pretty badass. Like, and to be fair, man, like Reva for me. I think Reva's going to be one of those characters that by the end of this, or maybe venturing into a season 2 or wherever it's going, I reckon people will change their opinion of her.
Like, the one thing I'll say is the scene with her and Leia, you could see she didn't want to put her into the fucking torture thing.
Exactly.
Like, please say something, Joe, anything. Give me
this
something.
Is what I mean with her. But do you remember at the very start, what were the complaints exactly? I remember the exact way it was said, but it was like she was like a one-note villain or some shit, yeah?
She shouts at everything and blah, blah, blah.
Dude, this episode with Leia, she's a fucking she's a conflicted villain, is what she is.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
You can see there's conflict in her. Like.
That's why I think she's not going in for Kenobi. It's somewhere else she's going in for, like. But
and Inquisitors, like.
I did like the Inquisitorious place as well. Like, I'm just going to say a few things that I hated, or not hated, but a few things I thought were silly. Was when the snow speeders came in at the end, they came in very, very close into the base, and it was like nowhere. It didn't look right or something. The CGI, whereas like they were right here, like in real life. How would you turn? And I don't know. It looked wrong anyway to me. And
correct me if I'm wrong. But you can tell me because I haven't cleared the game.
It's in Fallen Order.
Yeah. Do you know what scene where like Obi-Wan goes up through the tunnel? Like that's how he enters the thing in the game, right?
And that whole the whole glass breaking with the water is literally in Fallen Order as well. I think.
But this is my point. Like it does seem like they are like there's been a lot of shots which I get. I mean, I'm looking at as well as, do you know when like Reva like told Obi-Wan who Anakin or who Vader really
Vader
was.
was, yeah. He should know. He
Like
knew
if
that.
you look visually, right, the way they shot that scene, and I hate to think that this is just a like, oh, this is just a happy accident. Or this has to be planned out. Like this, you're putting this much focus on certain shots and the way they're done.
If it was Kevin Feige, I'd be like, yeah, but if it's Kathleen
No,
Kennedy,
but what I mean
no.
about that is, it's like that whole episode where Reva was kind of like, telling him the thing and, in the shots. I don't mean like what they were saying or what was going on. I mean visually how it was shot. Some of the shots in it were very reminiscent of the scenes from Jedi with Vader and Luke when he's talking about like Leia and things like that. I mean, it was there's been a lot of moments in the show that's been very reminiscent of certain things, like the whole Rey eating her food in Force Awakens is very similar to Obi-Wan kind of eating his food.
Not mention the sequel trilogy here.
Well, we can talk about the Force Awakens because that was the good one.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. There's a lot of there's a lot of it's like either like throwbacks or reminiscent sequences and stuff, which I've really dug. But no, I like it, man. I mean, my only thing is, yeah, as I said to you, is it perfect? No. Am I digging the show? Yeah, I'm enjoying the shit out of it because I love Ewan McGregor. I love Hayden Christensen as Anakin.
Before we go into the comments, my
Yeah,
absolute favorite part was the lights going out and the stormtroopers.
Oh, you said that
getting
fucking
eviscerated by
stormtroopers.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. I love scenes
Yeah.
like that where the lightsaber actually lights up the whole place.
Now, I will say one thing, right? What I really do like about the newer shows is how they're illuminating the sabers. How they actually physically have light the person up when they come on.
Yeah,
Like,
they've
I mean,
done that really, really well. Like the scene.
like I know they started doing that in the Force Awakens.
What you say?
No, I was saying is I know they started doing that with the lightsabers in the Force Awakens when they'd light them up like it was kind of like a red or blue glow. And the fact that they did it here, it really it just lit Obi-Wan up as he struck. It was kind of going, it's fucking real depths. Like some of the visual choices in this show have been fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
But there's some as I said,
the
cinematography
is perfect.
Yeah, it feels like Star Wars. It feels like the Star Wars. Ewan McGregor is doing a fantastic job becoming old man and Obi-Wan. Yeah, I just hope, because there's only 2 episodes left. So I really do hope they start ramping it up and he starts the action starts kicking in like proper fucking.
Hopefully, like in the next episode, which is tomorrow, obviously. Hopefully that'll be her being shipped back to her daddy now, and
we can get that fucking showdown, that proper showdown with Vader and Obi-Wan.
Kenobi for defo needed a longer episode just to flesh out the rebel dudes going from fuck off, it's not our problem to right away. Sure, we'll help you out. Yeah, O'Shea Jackson Jr.'s character was pretty weak, I thought.
Is that the guy that was like, no, actually, my wife was force sensitive. How can I help you? Yeah, it felt very turned around.
Mick says, apparently one of the actresses, an unpopular character, I believe, is being abused online. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that anymore because, to be fair, it doesn't deserve to be talked about because those kind of people on Twitter probably are dicks in real life. So fuck them.
They're people that support Amber Heard and Brie Larson, so they can go fucking jump in the fire.
Oh Jesus, Mick says, "Am I wrong?" No, you're not. We're going to avoid those people.
Fuck
says,
those guys.
I think this episode was just showing us how Kenobi was still powerful, but it was just dusty. Well, living on Tatooine, you're going to get dust.
Yeah, I mean, Sean, that's kind of what I mean. Is it just felt like it was a point A to point B episode, kind of doing stuff.
Sorry, I'm late.
Yeah, man.
Okay, we know you're back. Fuller Figure says we got Kenobi smashing Stormies with sabers. I am happy. Simon says 3, 2, 1, Dusty Ben Kenobi. Just everybody saying hey to G-Force. And Sean says, very thankful to have Kenobi, but yes, it could be a zillion times better, unfortunately. Yeah, of course, it could definitely be better. But still, I am enjoying it.
I mean, we say this now, right? And we're like, yeah, I don't mean to say, Joe, stop you here. It could be fucking this, it could be that. And then the last episode of the show will be like a 35-minute fucking like off the wall fucking fight between Obi-Wan and Vader, and we'll be like, it's the best show ever.
I don't know about that. I hope you're. I hope.
Okay,
I'm
can I ask
wrong.
you a question? Can I ask you a question? In the last episode of the show, if I'm not saying it does, I don't write the show. I have no inside information. I haven't got a clue what the fuck is going to happen in the next 2 episodes. But if we got like a fucking Revenge of the Sith level fight from Obi-Wan and Vader,
I
like,
can't see that
in the,
happening.
no, but in the last episode, like, I'm not saying that like that as epic because that's fucking movie level. But
Yeah,
if we got a fight like that, where like they really fucking went at it, like it wasn't just like a one-handed fucking 30 seconds and it's done type thing. Like we got like 10-15 minute fucking sequence with them.
I like Vader in the condition he's in.
Do you think it'd be fucking be unreal, or do you think it'd be like?
You'd have to see it. We can't.
Yeah,
like,
okay, true.
speculate.
Yeah, you'd have to visually see it. Like,
Chris says the window thing was lifted from Fallen Order. The dark scene was from Force Unleashed. I love he's fixing his connection to the Force angle. Yeah, there is a lot of good like undertones to the script. I really like. Connor says fucking Stockholm syndrome, dude. G-Force just saying hello to everybody. Everybody's saying hello.
story,
to
everyone.
Mark the Eagle. Hello, G-Force. Connor to you says right on Tubbs. About
buddy.
Star Wars. Hey Sean, Tubbs, have you seen the hate for Eve online or just seen people outraged over the hate? Because I've only seen the latter.
Oh man, fucking seen some of it, but you know what? As I said,
I haven't
it's
seen a lot.
no, but I've seen kind of what was being spread around, in bits and pieces. But yeah, it's fucking mindless, fucking stupidity, man. It genuinely is like, I don't like her, so fuck her, call her. No, go jump in a fucking fire for yourself.
No, don't lower yourself to the level, Tubbs.
No, but do you know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Is it's just
I get the.
It's just such a stupid argument, like.
I just saw Chris's next comment. That's why I left. Hey, Christian. Chris says, best bit of Kenobi is it's better than that fake white teeth like a banta heap of steaming shite that Boba Fett was. Like a banta.
Did you actually see the tweet that I keep fucking forgetting his name? The man that plays Boba Fett.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
He wants Boba Fett to be more badass.
He wants him to go back to his original badass ways. And then I saw a comment under it going, you didn't play him in his original badass ways. I was like, this is very fucking true.
But Sean Solo says, yes, Tubbs is right, and great attitude, great show, but it could have been so much more. Yeah, I think a lot of us are in the same boat, like with that kind of thinking. G-Force says, I'm glad you didn't say side to Spawn. So Shabby says, do you think it's because our expectations are too high for this show?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I think that played a part in it. You get Ewan McGregor back as Obi-Wan Kenobi, and me and Brian even said it. We've often talked about this. The best fucking part of the entire prequel trilogy is that fucking man holding. Do you know why he's all hurt in the desert? Do you know why he's all broken up and hurt and fucking can't use carrying that trilogy on his back, man? Do you know what I mean? But it's definitely that. It's definitely like, because as I even said to Brian, it's like, oh man, I wonder how big that fight's going to be at the end. I mean, the fight we saw in the desert could be the one that they were talking about.
I think with shows about legacy characters, like if they did a show about Luke, it's doomed to fail because you will never exceed the expectations that are out there.
Yes.
For these characters. Star Wars is one of, if not the biggest fandom there is, and you're not going to please everyone, ever.
No, you can say it, dude. Star Wars is the most toxic of the fandoms. It genuinely is.
There's a lot of toxic fandoms as we.
No. This is my point. There's a lot of toxic. No, but there is a lot of toxic fandoms. But Star Wars at the moment seems to be the most toxic, built one of them all. But not us in this group chat. We're like, there's fans like us that like can sit here like civilized people and go, I didn't like this episode. All right, Tubbs, that's not a bother. I'm not going to tell you to jump in a fire and go kill yourself because, that's your opinion. You know, that's how real people conversate, man.
This is what we do on this show anyway. Like, and a lot of the other guys' live streams as well are very similar, very same. We can actually talk about these shows, criticize them, and praise them without being an asshole, which is what you should be able to do. G-Force says 2 more episodes. What y'all think we're going to get tomorrow? I don't even want to think about it. I just want to be surprised.
I
go on.
wonder, and I'm just going to say it straight out, right?
Ooh, say it straight out. That's what we want.
I wonder, is this tomorrow's episode, right? Show us what really happened there. Like, Joe, the layer we see in A New Hope is probably not even a real layer. It's kind of like Princess Amidella's kind of extended because Reva bashes her head in so badly. She gets pure brain damage and ends up in like
oh my god,
like in a banta tank and shit, like, you know.
That would explain why Leia in A New Hope doesn't have Jedi powers.
There you go. It's not the real Leia, she's extended.
Jonathan says, I think it's a mix of that and just really bad writing in parts. Yeah, but bad writing has been a problem in Star Wars since forever.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
but
like
let's be honest.
Right.
There has been
the legend that is George Lucas.
Yeah, but there has been epic lines from Star Wars. There's been epic moments from Star Wars. But I agree. Some of the dialogue in Star Wars, and I don't even mean the prequel trilogies or the sequel, even the original movies, has been fucking terrible. You know? Some of the delivery from the legacy characters has been fucking terrible. But you know why we like it? Because it's fucking fun. It's space wizardry. It's fucking lighty fucking shine up swordies.
It reminds us of being... We're looking at it through a different lens than when we did.
Yeah, we are. We're looking at it from a childhood lens. We're looking at it from a nostalgic lens. We're getting fucking... I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Our expectations are way too high, Shabby.
Yeah.
Sai says, hope it's better than the shite last week. Well, at least you're honest. Yeah, Sean. John
well, isn't that it, Brian? Isn't it?
The above. Smuggler says, who's also on a great podcast that talks about Kenobi as well every week. I'm enjoying the show a lot more than I thought I would. My opinion of Reva has flipped completely. I think she's great.
Yeah, this episode really did flip people, I think.
Miriam's here. Hey, Miriam. Evening, all.
Hello.
G-Force says, obviously, Empire will be tracking them, but then what? Vader will probably follow them to wherever they're going, I would say. But seriously, it could have been better. It's still great. It's just not a masterpiece. Yeah, like none of these shows are going to be masterpieces anyway. We've seen it with the Marvel shows.
Look, do you know what it is? It's one of those things where, right? And I think it's kind of like, and a perfect example is, right? Like, that 70s show is coming out soon, right? And they've gotten all the original cast members back to be kind of to play support to the newer cast. And I'm losing my shit. I'm like, oh my god, it's going to be like, nostalgia, you know? But I guarantee you, my expectations, because I, as you know, am a massive fan of the original show. Right? Well, minus season 8. But you know, I love the original show. But so my expectations are going in, but my brain will probably be like, oh, I hope I see this character here, and I hope they're in this. And if they'll probably be short for one episode, and I'll be like, oh, that sucked.
Yep.
Because my expectations saw him in every single episode, and they weren't in every single episode for me. So my kind of expectations seemed ruined, even though they weren't real expectations to begin with, if that makes sense. They were mine.
Yeah. I get you.
But by saying that, I kind of set my own expectations up to fail.
So Sean says, I agree with for sure. Leia is especially special. Yeah, I think she's been phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like, I know people don't want to know
child
about
actress, man, all jokes aside, she's fantastic.
She's great at escaping.
And do you know what I noticed? Didn't realize it till the other day. She's in another film with Ewan McGregor.
Really?
Yeah. Has anyone seen Dr. Sleep?
Yes, I have.
Sequel to The Shining.
Oh,
do you know the scene? Do you know, not spoiling anything, I'll try and explain it. Do you know the scene with the kid by the river and Rebecca Ferguson? No, the girl with the hat.
Yeah.
And the kid by the river. The little girl. Her. That's fucking her.
Oh, okay.
And I was going, she's in a fucking another film with Ewan McGregor. They never see each other on screen though. But she's in the movie.
Sai says, spoiler, he escapes and goes to go back to live on Tatooine. This is true.
I wonder, can I ask you something though? If this is a one and done, and this, because there's rumors it's going to have a season 2. If this is a one and done, do you think it'll like end showing him like in the mountains at Tatooine with the grey hair?
Maybe.
Like all greyed up and shit?
Possibly.
And he'd just like, turn the corner and he'd be like, "Hello there,"
God.
because that's the first
Kenobi-
thing he fucking says in fucking Star Wars.
Kenobi invaded
Well,
me.
he does a lot of noises at the
Tuscans, yeah.
the Tuscan Sandy people.
Mick says, "All hail Jar Jar Binks." Sean says,
Man, it'd be fucking cool if Jar Jar. Leia lives, yeah. But see, I have, and this is another thing about kind of shows like this. I have, and it is a good point. I heard one or two people say that, like, watching shows like this, when they put like tension and danger into a show like this, that it never feels like there's a payoff because
you know where it's going. Yeah,
you already know where it's going.
Fuck me, Mick.
So that's when you fill it with fucking cool shots, in my opinion.
Sean says, "Love the Force Awakens 2 really brought the fandom together, and then the next two ripped them apart again."
But that is true, man. That is very true. I don't know many people that came away from the Force Awakens going, "I fucking hate this movie." They were like, "Oh my god, it probably wasn't my favorite Star Wars, but it felt really nostalgic, and I loved a lot of what they did with it. Can't wait to see where they go on number 2." Did they fucking swallow their fucking entire fucking word bubble after that? Like,
Tez says, "I'm liking the Princess Leia stuff, but it feels like Ben is spending too much time with her. In A New Hope, her message seemed less familiar." But then again, she says, "Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope." So that would say
I said this the other day, right? And I don't know if you agree with me, right? But think about it. What age is she in this episode or in this show?
She's 10.
She's 10, right? And what age is she in A New Hope?
20? Is it 10 years later?
20. So yeah, so there's a good decade and a half. All right.
Yeah, I suppose.
Think of people that you've met, right? You met like today, or just had a brief kind of like spent a day or two with.
I don't remember them, so.
But that's my point. And 10, 15 years down the road, are you supposed to remember off the top of your head? You might pop into your head. It's like, oh shit, yeah.
Then again, though, if someone rescued me from certain death, that would be a pretty significant thing I would remember.
Yeah. Didn't she grow up to be hot and probably like got into dudes and stuff? So
Smugglers.
probably didn't. Her mind was on other things, is what I'm saying.
Do you think participating in the review show has enhanced your enjoyment of the show based on other opinions? So Sean says, "So much hype going into The Last Jedi, didn't have it all smashed." Yeah, that was.
And then and this is what I mean about opinion. Then there's a lot of people that fucking loved what they did. And the brave direction they went with The Last Jedi.
The minute Luke fucked away the lightsaber, I was like, nah, not.
Yeah, now see, it was stuff like that I couldn't stand. Like there was shots and stuff in it that I was like,
on a
that's fucking cool.
Space cow or something.
No, but you know that scene where like fucking Yuan from Jurassic Park drove the fucking ship like right through the fucking Star Destroyer. Like I was like, that was cool. That was fucking amazing. Like how they shot that.
Cool. I liked that, but there's a lot.
But there was stuff like there was.
Let's talk about The Last Jedi anyway.
Yeah, because I mean, I did like some pieces of it. I loved the throne room scene and stuff. But yeah, as a whole, you could genuinely see it was. It was.
I don't want to
directors swinging dicks at each other, man.
Jonathan says, "Reva questioned Leia made zero sense to me, considering Reva had her kidnapped only a few days ago. So what the fuck would Leia actually know about the rebels?" Yeah, well, she did spend time with she'd be probably better off just questioning the traitor one. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, to be honest. Yes, Leia and Ben relationship is confusing. Hopefully they know what they're doing. Yeah, because they've proven to be quite intelligent in the past.
I know what they'll do.
Go on.
Do you remember at the end of Revenge of the Sith?
Mm-hmm.
When they're on Alderaan or on the ship or whatever, and Leia's fucking space dad says, R3PO, R2D2, how are you? Send those fuckers off to get their minds wiped. Bet you when he gets Leia back, she'll be like, "Oh, Leia, how are you?" Yeah, send her off to get her mind wiped there.
I don't think it works like that, Tom. But anyway.
Yeah, because think about it. Like, like there's like, I mean, people are kind of going like, "Oh yeah, about the fucking thing with Leia and all that." Dude, Ben doesn't even fucking remember the droids when he sees him. Poor C-3PO's heart is broken when he was like, "Ben!" He was like, "Who the fuck is this fucking rusty fucking?" Yeah, he was like, "I don't fucking know you." He was like, "Man, he used to like be with you like during the fucking Clone Wars."
I can't remember. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah, but you know what I mean? Is they were in the vicinity. They knew about these.
A 10-year-old To find out where the sweets are, obviously.
It's fucking very much so.
GeForce, good question. I think so. To an extent, I'm paying much more attention to the little things and appreciating them so much more. I think that's why I watch it a second time as well, because like
Yeah,
I go
you said that to
online,
me. Yeah,
I go online and see what everyone else is saying after I've watched it myself, and then go back and watch and see. Well, is it
but
that
I
part?
have found, and this is, I mean, I don't know if this is a good thing, but I have found myself going back rewatching each episode twice.
Sean says, I believe Leia thought Ben and General Kenobi were two different people until the Reva interrogation. Now it's definitely messed up.
But I mean, she's seen him using Jedi powers and shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone treating Leia like an adult also feels out of place to these people. She would just be a little kid. Tubbs, don't go on our Twitter chat.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why, would I get in trouble? I'm probably sure I would.
Yeah, what Ted said. That message felt familiar and slightly weird. Sean, vocal minority, I suppose. Smuggler says, Jonathan, I'm convinced that Reva was treading water until she was rescued, talking absolute garbage and really didn't want to torture her. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
Rotten behavior. Mick, what are you talking about? Spit it out.
Oh, did I say something out of place that Mick is pissed about?
Probably not. But that get press attention. What Chris said. G4 says, I'm thoroughly enjoying Kenobi. Sean says, the wait for Wednesdays is killing me. Worse than Mando for sure. Ha ha ha. At Smith Lord. What Tez said, Chris said, first said. Oh, my brain. Christian, but that makes no sense. As why would Reva be expecting Leia to be rescued considering the location? Maybe if it was just a small outpost, but the main Inquisitor base, nah, don't buy it. But then again, that place has history been broken into from Fallen Order with Cal Kestis, so maybe, I don't know. Right, said Fred. Sai says, don't agree with any Reva shite. She's the best in it. Smuggler says, if she planted that tracker during the initial interrogation, then sure did. Mick says, Tubbs should be in metal band. Fucking jump into fucking fire. God, you don't want to get
I have a way of explaining.
Do not want to get him a set of drums. He won't be able to reach. I said you don't want to get a set of metal drums because you won't be able to reach. Again,
oh, God,
Christian,
no.
Again, Christian makes no sense seeing as her goal was to capture Kenobi. But is it her goal, though? That's what Connor, right, I'm back. I brought the dog out for a shite. That's nice, Connor. Keep it yourself.
Well, like, I mean, I think it's one of those things where I think at the beginning you thought, oh, she just wants to be fucking Vader's like right hand fucking dude, like, you know. But it just seems, because what does every Sith want at the end of the day? They don't want to be someone else.
She's not a Sith.
Yeah, I know she's not. She's an Inquisitor. But
I'm pleased, happy we're getting Kenobi. Everyone else can fuck right fucking off. See what happens now. We have Connor on the show once and he inherits your fuckingness.
I fucking love it.
No toxicity in DC. We're all sound and smell nice, Chris. Hey.
Fuck DC.
Toxicity for DC in a minute.
Oh, fucking what's its name? Ezra Miller? Fucking hell.
No, not that. I say it in every review show of Kenobi, Reva will sacrifice herself to save Obi-Wan from Vader. Oh shit, Tubbs, I wasn't ready for that guess. Tubbs, the fucked up thing is you don't love the sequels, and every single thing about these movies you will be considered a toxic fan. Valid criticism is not being a toxic fan.
Yeah, very true.
Connor says, what is with all this Dixie Chicks love? They had one or two good songs. Nobody likes the Dixie Chicks.
Yeah.
I disagree. I disagree.
I mean, you put it in it, right?
Most adults say never even jump in a fire at all. And so DC is the most toxic fandom. I hate to say it, but Marvel say some of our fans aren't great. DC fan agrees. Simon,
I mean, it is what it is. Like, I mean, you can't control somebody assholes. It's in fandom. I mean, I'm a DC fan and I fucking love Marvel.
DC stands for dumb cunts. There you go. Oh.
Well, I mean, look, it can stand for whatever it wants. I just love what I love.
Marvel fan says Batman vs Superman was also. DC fan says jump in a fucking fire.
No, I mean,
English competition.
yeah, but
Jeff.
look, but I put it to this way. I put it to this way, and this isn't a fight between DC. Right? I've also heard people shit all over DC, right? Will
Right.
stand there and defend
Before you go
defend
any
every
further, Tubbs.
single MCU movie and say everything's great when it's not. It's the same with
Tubbs.
DC. DC's got
Tubbs.
fucking turds left and right too, man.
Tubbs, I think I have to. Next two comments. Simon says, I agree with your toxic DC fan comment. Go fuck yourself. And what we're going to talk about next is Mark Shabby Geek says, Joker 2 the musical with Lady Gaga sounds distinguished.
Okay, can I ask you an honest to God question without just jokingly shitting on it out of the gate?
Yeah, that has me scratching my head for sure.
Do you think that this is like a bad move, or do you think this could be fucking fantastically fucking weird and crazy?
I think that Joker on its own was a one-off movie and should never have been.
I do too. I don't think it ever warrants a sequel, but the fact that they're making it now and it's rumored to be the Harley Quinn Joker story, Lady Gaga's a fucking freak.
I don't want to.
Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker is a fucking nut job.
Like, was he even the Joker in the movie?
But like,
or
I put it this way.
Head?
See, this is probably what's going to happen. You're probably going to have two fucking psychos and over each other. Like,
no, Simon. Unfortunately, it actually is going to be a.
No, I don't know. I don't think it's a musical, dude. I just think it's going to be musical-esque. It's going to have musical numbers in it. But I don't think it's a flat-out musical. But I don't know, dude. I don't know. Like, I mean, I'll be honest, right? I saw the news break today about it, and I was kind of going.
Sean Williamson III, welcome to the chat, my friend. First time in here, I think. How are you, my friend? He says, what it do? Jonathan says, what the fuck are they thinking with that, Shabby? Has to be bullshit, some shitty website looking for clicks, in my honest opinion.
Like, I mean, I put it to you this way, right? Dance numbers. Think about it this way, right? If it's a straight up musical from start to finish, right? Yeah, I'd be the same way. I'd be like, what the fuck, man? This was the wrong way to go. This is a stupid fucking idea. But in the Joker, they had him like dancing on the stairs. They had him kind of in the bathroom doing the dance thing. If it's in like that, because Harley Quinn, of course.
I wouldn't consider the first one a musical.
No, it's not. But it had.
No, I know, but I know where you're going with this. That's what I mean.
But that's what I mean is I think if it's got the same kind of vein as the first one, but has these musical kind of sections in there, like I could believe it because they're in a mental hospital and you have Lady Gaga and Harley Quinn and that mad love thing going on. Then I could see that happen. But I want this to be, if they're going to do it, I want this to be the fucking proper comic book version of the Harley Quinn Joker flick. And you have to think about it as well, right? This Harley and Quinzel thing, this was created for the animated show as a way to kind of pop a bit of an origin into the Joker character for the show.
I don't know, Tubbs. I don't know any of that.
To create Harley Quinn. And it just spun off and became its own fucking thing.
Connor says, anyone think when Brian checks his phone, he just got a dick pic? Actually, Connor, I have the whole show notes on this. That's why I check my phone every so often.
He's moderating, Connor. That's what he's doing right now.
How organized I was. I don't think he read them though. But anyway, Tez says,
"Oh, me? I read the notes.
A musical that will do Matt's head in." Yeah, Tez. Chris says, I wouldn't take the piss. I have made no attempt to hide how much I fucking hate the first one. Yeah, Chris, me were talking the other night. He's not a fan of the first Joker.
Of the first Joker, like, yeah.
I liked it when I watched it, but I'll never watch it again. It's a one-off movie. Like.
Yeah, I mean, look, the way I put it, I have only seen it twice, alright. But the way I put it to my friend was the other day is the Joker movie reminds me of like those old school movies. Mm. You know, like Taxi Driver and fucking Joking in New York and things.
With fucking Regent or Taxi Driver, basically.
It was Taxi, yeah. It's very, very, very King of New York, very kind of Taxi Driver. But how are you like? It's one of those movies. How long ago have you seen Taxi Driver?
About.
It's been a while, right?
Ago. No, not about exactly, 4 years ago.
Okay, and before that, it was probably another long time again, right?
Mm.
Yeah, it seems to be one of those movies every few years you pop it on. It felt like more of an event to me when I watched it. I was like, oh, this is different. They went a different way. They tried to create something. And I applaud anyone that tries to take any one of these characters in a different direction.
They made the Joker the for me, like I said this to Chris in the chat the other day as well.
Hmm.
I think that Joker movie was only a Joker movie when it got really near the end of the script. I think they were
Yeah, I
definitely
mean,
out to make
it
a
might have
mental health
became
movie,
that.
but they knew it wouldn't get butts in the seats. That's why they stuck a Joker label on it. To me,
Hmm.
I know.
Yeah,
You can
maybe.
disagree with me. It's fine. Like, but yeah,
I
Sean
mean,
said, I definitely think we're going to get season 2 that meets expectations. A positive. They know they screwed it. I cut you off there. Go on and say what we're going to say.
no. I was saying about the Joker thing there. Is like, I do agree with you. I think it might not have originally been a Joker movie, and they tacked it on at the end and kind of designed it to be that by the end. And yeah, I think it should be a one and done. I don't think it deserves, like, to be fucking fair with the state this season at the moment. I'm pretty sure the Joker movie isn't the one that needs a sequel or
No,
a new direction. There's so
no.
many fucking more
Well,
movies that need to be like Superman. Go fucking build your fucking Superman universe, and or no, better yet. Sorry.
let's leave that
No,
now.
no. I'm just gonna say it. Or you could get onto J.J. Abrams on the phone and go, "Hey man, do you remember that deal that you fucking signed with us like 3 years ago, and you haven't produced fuck all for us for our fucking DC division?"
Considering the state of the sequel trilogy, do you really want J.J. Abrams at DC? But,
No, but that was
anyway.
the contract. He signed the contract to produce a fuck ton of content for them, and has delivered nothing. And they shut down his project, and now he's gone to Apple with his new project, which was the original place he was going to go originally. It's fucking bad shit.
Said there, I think we're definitely going to get a season 2 that meets expectations and positive. They know they screwed it. And just in response to that, Jonathan said season 2 rumor is out of context bullshit. Ewan just said he would be open to coming back to playing Kenobi again in answer to a fan's question. And pretty much Hayden said the same thing as well, and they took that.
Yeah, apparently Hayden said he'd be fucking well up for doing a Vader show, like, which I think could be fucking cool. But I gotta fucking feel bad for fucking Ewan McGregor as well, man, because the dude clearly loves this character, right?
I have to agree. I have to agree with Deshaun Williamson here. Look, I think for the Star Wars universe to expand, it has to expand. Yeah, I think it has to get away from the legacy characters.
Yeah, I mean, look,
like, they did announce as well that the Acolyte is going to have like Darth Bane, Darth Revan, Darth Malak, all of those in it as well.
I use a wrestling terminology for you here, right?
Okay, then.
Think of it this way. I know you're not a big, like, huge Rock fan, right? But if you had The Rock show up for a special appearance every single Monday Night Raw, would The Rock then be as special as The Rock is when he shows up at like a Mania or, every 2 or 3 years, or Austin, or one of the bigger characters? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Push your legacy characters out, have them show up. It'll probably have more impact.
Leave them alone, though, is what I would say. Because
not even leave them alone. It's like, make these
have a legacy for a reason.
No, but they're called legacy. But what I mean about them is, like, think of it this way: you make a brand new show, like The Mandalorian, right? Joey made the show, and it was going on. And it was, correct me if I'm wrong, it was season 2 before any legacy character showed, right?
Season 2 of Mando.
It wasn't even. It was in fucking Boba Fett.
No, Luke was in season 2.
Luke, and yeah, and the legacy. Now, and how much of an impact was that? Like, if they had Luke in every second episode,
but I'd rather they didn't. Personally.
No. What I mean by that is, it's like, we all know the legacy characters are out in the universe, right? So they will end up interacting and showing up somewhere. But show up every now and again, not in fucking every single show. I agree with you. They need to move past it. They need to build out the universe.
When crawl starts, it's from a galaxy far, far away. A fucking galaxy. So why are we still in the same family as we were?
Dude, I'm going to fucking go back to wrestling terminologies, all right? At the moment, the Star Wars fucking, Disney is producing, all right? Disney is producing Roman Reigns. That's all it is. All you're getting is Roman Reigns right now. You're getting fucking. You're not building out the roster. You're not giving them extra fucking faces to cheer for. You're just getting one guy.
I think when Kenobi is finished, we're going to do like a show dedicated to Star Wars, since most shows end up getting overblown by Star Wars anyway. So after Kenobi episode 6, we'll do a full Star Wars show, like we did a few months back. Simon says, Lady Gaga, Harley Quinn, what the Gotham? And Jonathan says, Lady Gaga's done a fair amount of acting before, so it's probably just that. And DC looking for a different vibe for Harley. And Shabby says, I think she'd make a good Harley Quinn.
I think she's fucking nutty enough to really you know, fucking
She is a good actress, to be fair. Like
I mean, I know like A Star. Do you see A Star Is Born?
yes, I saw it in the cinema.
Like watch her in that. Like she's vulnerable, man. She's fucking fiery. She's fucking fantastic in it. And she's like
You're
sexy
just
and
picturing
beautiful.
all that
All
white
these
coat,
things.
Tubbs.
But then you watch House of Gucci, and she's a
Yeah.
fucking complete psychopath.
I haven't seen that yet because I heard
Like,
terrible.
do you know what I mean? You
reviews
look
for
at
it.
those two ways she played both those characters in under two different movies, two different variations. It's what us actors are supposed to be able to do.
Oh,
But
Sean says here, very, very interesting point. As for Leia remembering, I was saved from a cliff and death, and I don't remember the one that saved me. So it's
There you go.
possible she forgets.
I'm very sorry to hear that, John.
And we're very glad you're still here to tell us that, basically.
Very much so.
So yeah, that's an interesting one. So thanks for that one, Sean.
But that's what I was saying a while ago, man. He's like kids forget.
Yeah, they block them up, but put them in the back of their minds, I suppose.
They do, man,
Shabby,
because
or Sai says, yeah, Shabby, but you also think Everton are a good footy team too.
What was it? Is it that they say is it like that? Life takes off, and so you start fucking running faster. You kind of forget the shit you're passing, or something on the lines of that.
Chris says, I think she'd make a shite Harley Quinn, but then again, Rum's monkey sock makes a better Joker than Phoenix. I think she'd be a good Harley Quinn in a different type of Batman movie or Joker movie.
I genuinely think she is the perfect Harley Quinn for this style of Joker movie. This kind of
E4 says Shabby, she's nuts. So
weird fucking kind of artsy fucking movies. I don't think. I mean, if they had announced in the morning she was taking over from Margot Robbie, I'd be like, that's fucking weird.
I think Margot Robbie's gone too big for the role anyway. So
yeah, I mean, God, I don't know what DC's fucking doing at the moment, dude. It's depressing.
Shabby says maybe it was also Kenobi that saved you, Sean. Well, if they said hello there, you're a shoo-in. Sorry. Jonathan says, same here, Shabby. She has a great look and can act and has played villains before. And she was brilliant in, what's that thing, the American Horror Story, was it?
Oh, yeah. She's Hotel. She was fucking fantastic.
Connor says, Father Michael tried that mind wipe thing on me in school. I hope you didn't touch the lever, Connor. It wasn't a lever, spoiler. Oh shit, Commas jumped again. Where are we going? Jesus. Yeah, so here we are. Jonathan says Ben lied his bollocks off all throughout the New Hope he did. G4 says, was it a mind wipe, Connor? Tez says he was high, Jonathan. I'm a motherfucker on Tatooine dust. Jonathan says, Ted, I guess he was all about the spice towards the end. Mick says the rotten behavior is with the Reva abuse, lads. Yeah, they're not Star Wars fans though. Smith says there was definitely wiping involved, but it was soothing baby wipes. Chris, you're fucking sick, man. Mick says the Board of Education. Mick is familiar with it too. Different high ground, Jonathan. Oh, that it was a big fucking hurl. See, we call them hurleys down here, not hurls.
Yeah, this we call them two hurleys.
Mick says, I want Tubbs as the death metal vocalist. Then I remember he won't be able to reach the mic on the stands. That's low-hanging fruit, Mick.
Those fucking things go up and down, kid.
Exactly, Tez. Obi-Wan found out things work out best for him when he's high. Oh, jeebus.
What would you do now as well, is that right? Imagine this whole fucking season.
Chicks with
was
dicks.
like, do you know when he was kind of, do you remember that I think it was in the first episode where he was like cutting up the meat and sticking some of it away and bringing it home. Imagine like the meat was spoiled and he kept eating it, and this is him having a fever dream inside his cave, and none of it ever happened.
Like the Boba Fett one.
No, and it's like, you know, all the burning on his back from Vader dragging him through the fucking thing is just like he hit the stove and it burned him.
Or he would fell asleep out in the sand and the Tuscan Raiders.
Yeah, and he never fell asleep, or he never left the cave.
And
then he wakes up, he's older.
Man of Steel fans. Talking. Roland's review says she might
Well, go
show
back
up
there. I
in
didn't.
Bacon.
What was that Man of Steel one?
No, Tubbs.
No, what? I didn't catch what it said.
Jonathan said I wouldn't even say that about Man of Steel fans.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah.
Christian says exactly, Jonathan. Even outside of damn films, why, as a society, can we not listen to and appreciate other people's opinions anymore without kicking off?
Yeah. This is the part of it that wrecks my brain.
It's because people on social media think they've no fucking. There's no comeuppance for saying bad shit. It's like Mike Tyson. It's like Mike Tyson said before. I missed the time when something said bad to you, and you could punch him in the face.
Or fucking lump hammer justice, man. That was always a good one.
I don't recall that one, but anyway.
Was that must be just a city thing, right?
Yeah, maybe my roster.
Someone speaks ill of your wife, you're allowed to show up at their door and bludgeon them with a lump hammer. It's called lump hammer justice.
Jonathan, Joker was always going to get a sequel, cost 50 million to make, and made over $1 billion at the box office.
Yeah, it fucking won big, like.
I don't know, lads. I can't wait to see the Joker singing all Gaga's hits. So he says, honestly, lads, is this really true? Joker musical with crazy fucknuts as Harley Quinn? Please, God, tell me no. Well,
it's
just type in Twitter.
It's supposed to be because it has a French name under the title.
Yeah, Todd Phillips showed off the script and everything.
Yeah, it means it's the meaning of it has got something to do with twisted psyche or blended minds or something. Basically, mad love. Basically, I hope they just take the Mad Love graphic novel and just make that.
That's worse than inclusion of Gary Glitter. Oh God.
Because for me, all jokes aside, without messing around with it, like I mean, if I was going to make a Harley Quinn Joker movie, it's the Mad Love. No, but it's the Mad Love story I do.
Christian, some people just freak out even if people don't agree 100% and everything. Sad, really, but the way things are due now to social media. Man has compared show notes. What are they? It's Jesus, I'm fucking miles behind the comments. Lady Gaga and the Joker would be a bad romance. Oh, kill me now.
Well played.
Drum gift coming up. Joker is one and done for me as well. Once you get the twist, it's over. Sean Sola says definitely one off. Too disturbing to watch Joker twice. It's so good though. Yeah, it's a triggery kind of film for me as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. Is it was very.
It should be.
It was a very different movie.
Agreed,
you know, it was a very different take on the character and the whole Gotham thing.
Tez, wait till the paparazzi gets here.
But here's the thing. I will give him props for, regardless if people didn't like the movie or if it wasn't for them or not. Gotta give him props for having the balls to try something different.
In the first one, yeah. But yeah, you know my thoughts on that.
Because I'm of the opinion, I've always said this, right? I'm of the opinion that Joker is the one character in the DC fucking library that should never have an origin story. He works way better when you don't know.
But that's why I said he wasn't. It was Arthur Fleck. It wasn't the Joker to me. Anyway.
Yes, this is my point. Johnny, they kind of changed it up enough for it not to be canon Joker-ish. Anyway.
Smuggler says people have lost sight of what democracy is, and certainly isn't just shouting the loudest or thinking you're right. Anyway, a bit serious for this evening. No, Chris, we do serious here too, and I totally
we do serious too, Chris.
I know Tubbs doesn't at the times, like, but yeah,
dude. I can be a jokey motherfucker, but Brian will tell you get me on a certain subject and I will fucking go.
Brian, didn't the Joker movie tease the look of the Joker in costume long before filming started? I can't remember. Yesterday,
it did. No. I mean, look, I think it was always intended to be a Joker movie, but I think what Brian means is. But the way
it could be
the way it ended and the way it all kind of crescendoed at the end. I think that's the part of it that might have gotten changed at the last minute to kind of, is he mad or is he really this kind of thing?
Okay, so I'm going to fly through the comments as quick as possible. Chris says, "You all right, Christian? That's a bit deep about stuff and that." Simon has all the signs and emojis there. Christian says, "I thought that Chris just plays in my mind a lot. It's becoming the norm more and more." Yeah, people are fucking nuts lately. I don't know what it is.
The world is gone. Like, I put it this way.
My friend.
No, crazy thing about it is the reason the world is so fucked up right now that Joker movie actually seems more relevant than it ever should have.
Yeah, totally. Jonathan says exactly. The best thing about fandoms is how it brings all people from all walks of life and different parts of the world together, like we are here now. G-Force is Christian. Be glad you don't live in the States. Virtue singling up the wazoo. I shit you not, right? A guy came into my place of work today. We don't sell cigarettes because we're on a smoke-free campus, and because I couldn't sell him cigarettes. This is in Ireland, in Limerick. He said, bunch of weirdo lefty health freaks out here. So I was like, what? And then stormed out the door. So yeah, it's over here too. Don't worry.
I would have smashed that fucker's head into a window.
Oh no, he was gone out the door quicker than you could say boo.
I would have chased him. Like, that was my cardio for the day.
See, new tubs, I don't care about these people. Let them fucking do it.
I don't either, but I'm at a point in my life now where I'm kind of going like, right, if this guy wants to start swinging left and right at me, I'll fucking send him through the middle.
Shelby says, I find your comment triggering, G4. What the friends, Shelby? Jonathan said, it just shows the power of grey jeans and how wearing them can improve one's life. Because it's Christian it's an inside joke, Tubbs.
Okay.
G4, did you just assume my gender? Everyone just laughing. Chris, the grey jeans Jedi. Oh, fucking hell. It's so funny. Jesus, the comments jumped again. Shabby, he needs to do better, Connor. Sod a lot of you. I agree, Shabby. He's just not woke. G-Force, I don't want to be woke. Yeah, I'd rather be asleep, to be fair.
Yeah, man, probably be better fucking day. Like,
last time I read a speech like that, someone was made president. I hope it wasn't Trump. Oh, no politics, no politics. A hurl is a hurl. They used to play hurley, you fucking mulchies. Connor, you know nothing about hurling up in Dublin, so shut up. Lol, say, honestly, who would go into politics though? Someone who wants to get rich. Wasn't Biden's speech. He read out his prescription. His chemist got a list. Hopefully not, Christian. I've seen Brian's rants on Twitter. Me? Smittler speaks. Don't know, Chris. If I had that platform, I'd thank the guy that gets me Viagra and Oxy as well. Oh, I don't want to take Oxy though. Don't know, Sai. Chris might make a great president. You're right, Connor. Christian said, Sai, we'll be going around with horned helmets and longboats shouting skull 24/7. And Chris says, oh, I go all Ragnar, Christian. Bunch of Viking bastards, a lot of you. Hagar the Smith Lord. Vote Smuggler's Canyon. Vote Smith Lord. Christ, I'm not calling you Odin. The survey says XXX. Oh, Christ, Connor. No wonder you voted for Brexit. You used the X instead of the tick. Just call me my Gerald and I'll be happy. You won the sauce test. What? Tez, I need to hear Christian stance for non-grey jean wearers first. Sticky white love sauce. Oh, Christ, you're going to get Tub started now.
Oh, yeah, boo-boo.
Tez, bring me mead. Ribena and ice. Christian has a swing in his grey bell bottoms. Jonathan, everyone must wear grey jeans. All other colours will be outlawed. No, that's my pants. That's pants. So I have grey jeans on at the moment, and yes, I look quite dashing. A bit extreme, Christian, but promise to start with Hasbro's pricing bollocks on action figures, and I'm sure you'll win. Okay, so I caught up with the comments. And with the chat, the way it is at the moment, I'm not sure I want to talk about a show about another child star. So, Tubbs, did you watch Miss Marvel this week?
No, I didn't watch it.
Okay, so its cinematography and editing was fantastic.
Okay.
I expected nothing, so I really enjoyed it. It's just a show about a kid who gets superhero powers, and is a YouTuber actually. So she's.
I mean, I did hear it's surprisingly entertaining.
It is really good, and her parents are fantastic actors. They're not the usual overbearing parents you get in these shows. But yeah, it's actually really enjoyable. It's not something I'll be waking up first thing in the morning to watch, but I'm definitely going to be watching it every week. And
And is that also out tomorrow?
can I ask, have you murdered Bruno?
Which one of us?
I didn't anyway. I was talking to him yesterday, so I don't think he's dead at the moment. But no, Bruno is back in the UK now. He's working evenings, so he can't come on. That's
Oh,
the honest
shit.
truth. But he will be on anytime he does get a chance. Shabby says Miss Marvel was freaking awesome. I loved it. The one thing I loved about the show was, you know how like in shows when people are texting each other and it comes up on the screen. Tubbs.
Mhm.
In this, when they're texting
Yeah.
each other, like it actually comes up
Oh,
on
yeah,
the
yeah,
wall
yeah.
and stuff as they're walking along.
Oh, so it's kind of fucking yeah. I like when they do that visually.
It's
Like
really this shows like it really has its own style, which a lot of the Marvel shows don't, which is what I really love about it. I have to laugh at that again. Like, Chris says, I struggled with Miss Marvel. I hope I didn't struggle too much. Mick says, Bruno, no, come back. Shabby says, the young lass is great in the role. Yeah, she is really, really good. I think it helps as well that she practically is the same as the character. Is a bit massive Marvel fangirl.
I mean, I've seen the interview with how she got the role, and it was literally fucking. She was talking like about how big of a fucking fan she was and everything.
Of the MCU, yeah.
Which, as I said, it is fucking class to see that happen. It's her first job, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
She's really, really natural. So, like, the only thing I thought was a bit silly was they went to a Comic-Con in it, and the Comic-Con like started at 6 o'clock in the evening, and it was basically a bunch of kids doing a costume competition. Have they never seen a Comic-Con at Marvel?
Okay.
Comic-Con is fucking huge. Like,
wouldn't that have been the perfect time to like introduce cameos?
Yeah, I suppose. But yeah, like Shabby says, I had no idea who Miss Marvel is, so I went in with no expectations. It was great. Yeah, I read the comic years ago when it first came out.
Yeah, I've read one or two comics and I've played the Avengers games and stuff, and I know of the character. Can honestly say I know a ton. I know she's a super fan that becomes a superhero.
I know there's a bunch of her fans out there who are mad because
now
her
I heard they switch the powers and shit and this stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's.
Yeah. Do you think people will get butthurt about that?
Yeah, her fans are giving out about that, but I think that's because of how shit the Inhumans TV show was. They wanted to distance
and
her from
it's not even that, right?
And it's also because she has stretchy arms in the comics. I think they want to hold that for Mr. Fantastic.
Yes, and that is probably the number one reason for why they changed it. And another thing is, it's stretchy fucking body parts and all this kind of shit. Let's be honest, it can sometimes look goofy as all fucking shite. And if it's done wrong or if it's not done well, you end up with bad CGI. It just ruins the whole fucking thing. So maybe there was a reason they changed it.
Shabby, I've seen this mentioned elsewhere as well this week. It had a lot of Bend It Like Beckham vibes because there's a line where, like, I think the mother says brown girls aren't supposed to be superheroes, whereas in Bend It Like Beckham it's like brown girls aren't meant to score the winning goal in the FA Cup final.
Has her mother not been keeping up to date? Falcon's the fucking American fucking Captain America now, man. You know, shit's moving in that direction.
The American Captain America.
He's the American Captain
America. As opposed to the Norwegian.
And the new Black Widow's foreign too.
Is she though?
She ain't fucking American.
They're sisters more or less though. Same thing.
Yeah. But they weren't real sisters, were they?
That's a bad
example.
Here we go.
Yes, okay, maybe so.
Okay, so like I was going to talk about The Boys as well, but you haven't seen it yet, so we'll
okay, do you want to hold off with The Boys until next week and I will fucking binge watch all 4?
Yes, because we have
or 5 maybe.
Let's talk briefly about Black Adam. Because it'll be a springboard onto our last topic.
Okay.
So Todd, you loved it anyway, obviously.
I liked it. I wouldn't say I loved it.
Brown girls in the rain. La, 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 la.
I loved elements of the trailer, but there was something about that first trailer that didn't blow my brains out like it normally does with a DC property. Um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I hope it's fucking amazing. Doctor Fate looks fucking fantastic. Um, I don't hate The Rock in the role as much as most people,
Mm.
but I can see where people are coming from that it's just The Rock in a Black Adam suit. I think they should have pointed his ears up to make him more fucking call it. And yeah, this whole anti-hero vibe thing.
I think they picked the wrong character for The Rock, basically.
No, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think The Rock will be good in this role, but I think the role has a chance of being another one of those. He's a bad guy, but he's doing hero things, and now he's an anti-hero, and he's kind of good, but he's kind of bad. Do you know this kind of thing?
It's like what they did. It's like what they did with Will Smith in Suicide Squad. Dead shot, a
Yes.
stone cold killer. Oh, here's a daughter. Now you're a pussy.
Well, to be fair, I mean, but the only thing about it is Deadshot has been that character in DC. He has kind of swung back and forth. So that didn't kind of bother me at all because I've kind of seen that character become kind of jump sides to the good.
And they also like
he's a hired killer. He doesn't care who he kills, basically.
They redid the shot from Iron Man in 2008 as well, with the two planes.
With the planes. Yeah. Look, I mean, like.
Yeah. So.
No. I think the GLA looks fucking class. I think the old Justice League of America.
Black Adam trailer look cool.
Look really fucking cool. There was just a couple of elements about it. Like John, there was like stupid, like man hit him with the pipe in the head and it bent and it looked super goofy and stupid. Things like that I don't want. Like when they announced the Black Adam movie, right? Because I'll be honest, right? I've always said some characters and some anti-hero characters, right? I'm down with. I dig. I'm kind of going, all right, they can do some badass shit and do some horrendously fucking under the cloth kind of stuff and still be redeemable and kind of cool and do good things. For me, Black Adam, from what I know of the character and from what I've read over the years, I was never a fan when they turned him anti-hero or kind of good on the good side. He was always better.
He's always a villain.
No, he did the new 52 stuff, and he kind of ventured over. They did bring him. He did fight with the good side for a while, or was it the Art One? I can't remember. It was some fucking series anyway that they brought him over. But he did end up on the good side.
Why is he not starting in Shazam?
Like this? Did you know what this should have been? If you were going to do an origin story for Black Adam, do a Black Adam movie, but make Black Adam the worst. Like, make him the darkest fucking villain you've seen in the DC.
That's never going to happen as soon as you got The Rock to play him.
No. But what I mean is like, and that would have been good for The Rock as well, to kind of go like, all right, I'll be a fucking murderous fucking asshole. And I'll go off and I'll just go like, this will be a different role. But then when Shazam 2 starts.
Oh, did we lose him? And we've lost Tubbs, I think. Hello, Tubbs. No. What the hell happened there? Okay.
I have no fucking clue. She just went blank.
So like the internet doesn't want you to talk about DC.
Yeah, it's put me on a proper thing. No, but basically what all I'm saying is like you could have basically had like the way you had Shazam 1 was building Shazam, this could have built Black Adam, and then Shazam 2 could have been the two of them clash.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It could have been that.
DC wants to run before it can walk. We know that.
No, don't get me wrong. This could end up being one of the fucking better fucking DC films. This could be fucking wicked. Do you know?
For me, I loved Hawkman looked awesome. Pierce Brosnan looked great as well.
Dr. Fate looks fantastic. Yeah.
But I can't buy The Rock's acting. I don't know why. He just looks like The Rock. He acts the same in every movie. I don't see a character. I just see The Rock. Like Hobbs and Shaw, it was The Rock and Jason Statham. Like I know Jonathan there mentioned one of his older movies. I think he was a lot better when he was starting out. but now he's kind of his own brand. So I don't know.
Oh no! It wasn't Drive. What was the name of the movie?
I know the one he's talking about though. It was on Wanted or something
He
like
gets
that.
out of prison and just goes on a fucking
Yeah.
rampage to get. Yeah, it's fucking brilliant. I love it.
But yeah, like it's the whole thing of anti-heroes and villains becoming heroes, like Morbius, fucking Venom. What else is there? There's others as well. So fuck it, DC needs to make a Lobo movie. Yeah, they could. No, don't give the Rock Lobo. Give that to.
But this is the thing. Before, I mean, he's been in talks with him for Black Adam for about 7 years, but he was also in very big talks. At one point, it was nearly greenlit for Lobo.
He was also talking to Kevin Feige about Namor at one point, but yeah, which would have been a better character for him. But I don't. I wouldn't like him in the MCU anyway. Brosnan looked
And
great.
speaking of Namor, he was also an anti-villain, right?
Yeah, he's been back and forth for years though. He's always been in the middle.
So on that
He's never
point,
been an out and out. He's never been an out and out hero or never been an out and out villain though with Namor.
so if someone's not an out and out hero or an out and out villain, what does that make him, Brian?
A tweener.
A tweener, an anti-hero, whatever the fuck.
I'm just gonna read the comments first before we finish off with our topic. I know you wanted to segue juicily there, like, but
Oh no, I was just trying to like set you up,
I had to
but then
pop
you
the
know,
brakes for a second. Sorry, Connor, the door was open. Get shabby on. Why in Shazam is Black Adam Shazam's arch nemesis? Sorry, lads, know nothing about the character. Yeah, he's Shazam's main villain, like, isn't he?
yeah. I mean, look, it's comics. There's so many different variations of it, but it's I think originally.
Chris says he had to
Now,
put 50p
anyone in the
the
comments can tell me this, but I think what it was, I think Shazam. I think originally or whatever was in a New 52. I can't remember exactly which one this was,
I think
but
they've
it was
always
like
been like
no,
polar opposites.
Shazam conjured Black Adam to be next in line for the throne, but Black Adam was filled with darkness and took the throne. But then there's other ones where, fucking, I don't even fucking know. He was basically fucking. I don't know. He's just a big fucking dude that doesn't like Shazam. We'll leave it at that because I can't fucking remember his origin.
Tubbs has a swear jar that funds his collection, but Chris's comment made me laugh. He said he had to put 50p on the fuck meter to allow more fucks to be said when you froze. Fuck yeah, G man. Shabby says his collection must be massive G force. And Jonathan just backed up what you said there. He said he's been pushing for a Black Adam movie to play him for years though. Like Reynolds did with Deadpool. So it's odd to change the character so much. He was going to change it to suit himself anyway, then once they gave him the gig, because DC is in such the mud at the moment, they'll take the Rock because it's a bankable action.
I mean as much as like you don't like the Rock in the role, but that's a clever move from DC, dude. DC know like the Rock has fucking star power behind him, so
I can't remember. I'm always blitzed. So, like, speaking of Black Adam, who you Tubbs said was a bit of an anti-hero, our last topic of the night was we were talking about this very subject the other day in our chat about Venom, Morbius, Black Adam, and we said what we'll do is we'll do a topic on anti-heroes in the chat. So I picked 10, Tubbs picked 10.
I picked 20 because I knew we'd overlap, but then Brian went and fucking destroyed my brain because he showed me his list and I was kind of going, he's got fucking this guy on it, this guy. Wait, that's from. I was like, wait, is this not just DC and fucking Marvel anti-heroes we're doing? He was like, no, it's all pop culture.
Across pop culture. So, like, for me, like, anti-hero can be a very lazy way of making a character a good guy or vice versa.
Yeah, it's always been the case, really. Like,
but often though, yeah, I agree, Jonathan. The Rock has weird star power, like everyone knows him. But holy shit, most of the movies are stinkers. Critically, they're bad, but they do well financially. So
yeah.
So Tubbs, do you want to go with your number 10 first? And guys, you
don't have a number 10, man. I just have like two. I have two lists. That's what I got.
Okay. So guys, if you want to drop,
do you want me to do the number 10 on the DC list?
Whichever way you want to do it yourself.
Okay. I didn't number them. I just kind of went with. All right, I'll just go up the first one on the top of my DC list. So,
Go on then.
and then I'll switch to Marvel. I kind of jump back and forth.
Whereas I've got
Catwoman.
Catwoman. Okay, she's
Yeah.
she's kind of been bad and good as well.
Yeah, she's never been solidly bad. She's always been on two sides of the rug, and she's a very interesting character. There's always a reasoning.
A hot bank
There's always,
robber.
yeah, you know, she's not. I mean, that's kind of like her middle ground, but there's always a reason to why she's at either side. You know, it's not just like I'm good and I'm bad. You know, it's there's always conflict and there's always kind of reasoning, which I like when they can do that with an anti-hero character.
Good choices out of Mick, The Crow, and Kratos and God of War. My top 10, I'm just going to go from 10 downwards.
Go on, you go through the whole
You're going to love my number 10, and no one will have expected it, is Wario from Super Mario.
See, you said this to me about other shit. I was like, oh my god, he's got a fucking point. There's so many more different directions I could have went with this. Like
Super Mario 2 on the Game Boy, Wario was the villain. And the third game, he was so popular, he was given the third game. Brian, I'm confused. What are the rules for this segment? Is this like Gorilla versus Bear or like one of Rum's games? No, this will be run properly, Jonathan. Tubbs can make his own list, but I actually have a top 10.
No. See, what happened was, let's explain. When you said about the anti-hero thing, right? In my crazy fucking my lizard brain, I thought, oh, we talk about superheroes so much, he means DC versus Marvel or DC and Marvel, you know, anti-heroes. So I just went straight for that topic. And then Brian showed me his list about an hour or so before the show. And I was like, oh, wait, there's like other things in pop culture on this list. And I was like, I fucking like completely saddled myself into one fucking vein here. Like,
so Mick, I picked Wario because he's a villain. He's very much so a villain in the second Mario game. But by the third one, he's gotten so popular they gave him the third game. But he's still a villain. But you're playing as him as the hero. So there goes. It's kind of he's still doing things. He's doing good things, but for his own gain.
It's like a line blur.
Yeah, it's blurring the lines. G4 says number 1, Batman. More hero, but he has been an anti-hero, I would say. Definitely.
Yeah, I know. Do you know what? I would always say Batman has done some questionable shit, but Batman's always been more hero than I don't think he's ever fallen into the anti. He's vigilante.
Yellow Lantern Batman. No, I suppose maybe you could.
You bring up and in White Knight and things like that. And to be fair, the Dark Knight Returns, it's pretty fucking. Yeah, okay, you could probably make the argument that Batman is an anti-hero as well.
Predator is a good one as well. They're always out for the hunt, but they're not inherently bad. So,
yeah.
What's your next one?
I went with James Hewlett. For anyone that knows their Marvel stuff, that's Logan Wolverine, bitches.
That's kind of very Batman, very similar to Batman, I would say.
Very much so. Yeah, that was kind of what I was going with there. He's very much the character that is always involved in the goodness and the good teams and stuff. But the shit he does is you know, let's be honest, it's more intensely fucking graphic than most of the bad guys on the show. You know. Wolverine chops him up.
Like the end of Predator 2, a hero letting him go, fair losers. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. There was respect there between him and Danny Glover's character. G4 says Punisher. We'll talk about that in a while. Ted says Rorschach.
I have that in the list, yeah.
Never say his name. Fuller's figures. Father Michael, he was a bit touchy but close to God at the same time. Oh, I'm sorry, Connor. Did I bring up memories again? So yeah, who did you say, Tubbs, again?
That was Wolverine.
Oh yeah, Wolverine. You said. Mick says the Mirage TMNT. Very good show as well. My number 9 is from a very popular movie. It is Tony Montana, an absolute scumbag, but he's just lauded as a hero. He does heroic shit. Like he ends up.
Do you want to know why though?
He ends up the victim at the end of that show.
He really fucking does, all right? But
that movie,
also cool as absolute balls.
He's absolutely massively popular. Like there's video games based on him. Everybody knows the fucking saying hello to my little friend.
Oh, I would fucking love to get a remaster of that game for fucking PS5, dude.
Well, Tony Montana Scarface is my number 9. In the comments, Sai says 11. That's an interesting one, actually, because she
Yeah, you
started out.
very no, because I mean, realistically, when you think about it, she
Bad
does
shit.
some fucking and
Jesus.
spoiler fucking she's done some shit that kind of is probably the reason for where they are right now. So
Tez says Homelander is scary as fuck. Yes, I didn't pick him
the
this
only
time.
thing I would say though, right? I don't think Homelander is a fucking anti-hero.
I think he's straight up
I think
evil.
no, he's a straight up villain posing as a hero. That's the difference.
Mm.
You know, he's like fake costume is I'm good. He's not actually good.
Reverse Thunderbolts.
Yes.
Tony Soprano. Yes, a
Yeah.
perfect example of an anti-hero. A scumbag as well, but everybody loves him, and he does everything he does as well is for his family. It's not personal. I can't do his accent, but anyway. Tez says Whitnell from Whitnell and I. That's another good one as well. Tubbs, your shout next.
Who did I go with? Loki.
I like him as a villain, but yeah, he has definitely evolved into an anti-hero late like
Yes.
in the comics
I
as
mean,
well.
I know that's more movies and TV shows, but
In the comics
yeah,
too, though, yeah.
yeah, and he's become more. He's become a better character for it as well.
Like in the movies, he's almost gone full the other side now to good guy, like because of his popularity.
But I think with Loki, always walks that line.
Mm.
Like in the more, like at any point he could jump back around, you know. And that's what I love about the character and Tom Hiddleston's performance as well in the movies and shows is that it is very much that character. Like you saw, he started as an asshole and kind of kept swinging like a gimbal back and forth, and now seems to kind of be more on the side of good, or lost in the fucking in the chaos of his own fucking timeline that he has no choice but to be good until he can get back to where he is, so he can be bad again.
G4 says Deadpool. Now I was going to pick him, but
I put him on the list.
I feel like early Deadpool, early 90s Deadpool, when he first came out, was definitely an anti-hero. But I think he's definitely kind of shifted more, especially since these movies have come out. Especially he's kind of more funny comedy hero than anti-hero. I don't know, what do you think, Tubbs?
I mean, like when we were discussing this topic, what was you sent the definition to me?
I have to find it now again.
Yeah.
It's like doing things through unconventional methods.
Exactly. And what was my reply to you on that? I was like, I just looked at dudes that did
so assholes and whores who did cool shit was your reply.
Yeah, it's basically I just basically looked at a list of assholes that did assholery things and sometimes did nice things, but were more so doing slutty, hoary assholery. And I'm just going, oh, I just pick characters that are like that.
Sai says Grandpa Gummy Bear, miserable cunt. Chris says my favorite anti-hero, check the spelling, is my Auntie Barbara, Tez's mum. She's awesome. Mick says getting personal in the chat. There's nothing personal on here. Mick, Tez says, what fucker said that? And this is interesting, all right. Movie Thanos. Like, I know he was like inherently removing 50% of the universe, but for good things. But I would say Infinity War Thanos, there's definitely a grey line there, but Endgame Thanos is a straight out villain.
He just decided like, I'm gonna fucking do what the other fucking version couldn't.
Yeah, obviously comics Thanos is a fucking nutcase. Tess still a twat. Nice one, Chris. Kylo Ren, I'll get my coat.
The argument is there for it.
He's a wannabe bad guy. Basically, he's a little bitch cosplaying as Darth Vader.
But isn't that the kind of the terminology of the anti-hero like argument, that it's like someone that is either coherently bad and then does good shit by the end or switches? Isn't that what I don't know?
emo codes. Like, yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't know.
my next one
Davey
is very much the Scarlet Witch.
Fuller's Figures says Davy Fitz, he was a hero in Wexford, but they're all still shite. Davy Fitz is the most annoying man in the world. Small little fucker. Sorry, Tubbs. No pun.
No, it's great.
My mum is ASG, man. I don't doubt that for a second. That's David Fitzhenry. It is actually, Connor. You know, Davy Fitz is the Clare fella. Tez the sound as obviously his mum's a legend raising one. Davy Fitz could get the fuck. Okay, so you said Scarlet Witch is your next one.
Yes.
What was your last one?
My last pick was... I can't fucking remember.
Okay, go on anyway. Scarlet
Yeah,
Witch.
Scarlet
so
Witch.
Moving Scarlet Witch, obviously, is it?
I think both. I think both.
Yeah.
I just think she's a character that is kind of, as much as she, especially in the movies, as much as she was like on the side of good.
She's never really
like,
treaded the line though. She's always been one or the other though.
Oh, I don't know, man. I think in the movies and the show, she's definitely treaded the line. It's just now she's kind of.
You haven't seen Doctor Strange yet, though, have you?
No, not yet.
She's straight up villain in the fucking that like.
Well, I mean, I kind of more or less gathered that, like, but what I mean by that is like you've seen her when she came into the MCU. She was kind of doing villain shit, and then she kind of went good, and then she still did kind of some villain shit, but never went over the line. It seems like the further in she went. But yeah, I mean, I like characters like that. I like characters that blur the lines. And to be fair about it, man, Marvel has a lot more. Correct me if I'm wrong in this, right? But even when I was looking, Marvel seems to have a lot more anti-hero characters than DC does.
Well, that's a nice segue there because my next one is a DC character, is John Constantine.
The man that just fucking jumps between planes left and right, you know?
He's
not airplanes, but just celestial.
That would be impressive. But John Constantine, he's not a good guy. Like, he's a fucking
like he does good shit, but it's all for self-gain. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all for himself, like, kind of.
But he's not a villain, if you get me.
Yeah, he's not. He doesn't
he's just
go
an asshole.
Far. He doesn't go so far to the other side. He definitely treads the line.
Kind of like Frank Castle without the fucking
he's a
inner
perfect
rage.
Hero as well. For me,
Yeah.
Pretty cool as well. So that's why he's so popular. And
was that Constantine?
I'm not talking about the shitty Keanu Reeves one, the actual proper Blondie.
Dude, I gotta say it. No. I rewatched that movie again recently. It's not as bad as it fucking is, you think.
It's not Constantine for me though. But
no. Constantine for me in like live actionary things is the one that they've been doing in the animated. Like
Matt Ryan,
there's a new
Legends of Tomorrow was all right as well. But
yes.
So next one for you.
Oh, for me, Red Hood.
John. Oh yeah.
Like the entire story arc of that character is fantastic. Like,
he's the one that Joker beats to death, and he was
Batman's sidekick, dude, that got killed by the hands of the Joker, and then was resurrected in the Lazarus pits. That comes back and then sees that Batman has done nothing to fucking redeem the Joker's actions, and goes mental and becomes a crime fucking lord to take down Black Mass. He just and tries to kill the Joker with a fucking crowbar, but just becomes a villain ish, and then comes back to the Bat family to help the Bat family, and then the variations have like crossed over lines and stuff as time goes on. But yeah, he's one of the cooler Batman characters, like because of the fact that he started as a Robin and became like so bitter. Yeah, and he became a parrot then. No, but he's got one of the best. Like Dick Grayson is the ultimate Robin, right?
G-Force says like, mostly good, but Lando Calrissian. Yeah, that's a good shout.
Yeah.
Azrael.
I had him on the list, man. Yeah, Azrael, another one. Yeah.
My next one, anyway, is number 7. Is Mick mentioned him already? Is Kratos from God of War.
Fucking hands down.
He's an absolute monster, like, but he does it for.
I mean, everything he does is villainous, but
yeah.
But it's like Kratos has that. But like no, but Kratos genuinely like it's in a whole different mindset. I'm just saying I'm using it as a thing, but he has some of that like Thanos kind of big dick swinging logic going on. It's like, well, I need to take out all these fucking gods because they fucked me over, and I need to murder everyone on the way because they're in my fucking way. So I need to remove them to kill those fuckers.
Yeah, pretty
And
much.
that's pretty much the plot. But
They're
my
bad.
God,
But see, they're worse than him. That's where it comes in.
yes,
That's
this is
where
what it is.
comes in.
Yeah, it's their worst. So
And he kind of redeems himself in the last one, then with raising a child. So, yeah, it's
I mean, for me personally, I think he redeemed himself after the first game, but the stakes just got higher and higher as he went. But
Mick says
he's
the
done
Batman
some.
who laughs.
Yeah,
I don't know a
that's
lot
good
about
one.
that character.
Yeah,
Sai says Jean Grey? Question mark.
yeah. Phoenix.
As the Phoenix Force, yes, definitely. Jean,
I don't know.
go
Because
on,
as
go on.
normal Jean Grey, doesn't she slide between Scott and fucking Logan? She's kind of,
Not in the one night, hopefully.
yeah, but wouldn't that roll into the whole like, oh, I'm doing bad girl things. Oh, I shouldn't do these things. Oh,
Chris or Ted says, yeah, Chris got that what fucker said that was a quote from Whitney and I, you bellend. Chris said, no, Sai, grey jeans. Tom Brady, the ultimate anti-hero. Just when you think he's gone, he comes right back.
Fuck yeah, Tom Brady.
Lol, Chris. Lando was cool till we found out he was a microwave shagger in Solo. Yeah. Spawn. We'll talk about him as well.
Yep.
Lol, G-Force, I can see that. Chris says the Crow.
The Crow.
Yes, 100%. Rambo was a hero, though, wasn't he?
Rambo wasn't a villain. Rambo was just a guy that went to war and came back with some heavy PTSD.
Wow, Connor. Connor said Stalin murdered millions, but his macroeconomic policy created a society that was truly self-sufficient. Wow.
I mean, is he wrong though? Like, is he wrong?
I'm not sure. The Crow, yeah, so he agrees.
Yeah.
John just said Billy D. Williams was fucking delighted to hear some dipshit writer spout that bollocks. Jean Grey in grey jeans. Is Smuggler still here? I don't know. But who's next, Tubbs? Is it me or is it you?
I've Harley Quinn.
That one's pretty self-explanatory, to be fair.
Oh yeah, it's off the top. Like even when I was thinking of fucking DC, I was going to go on Harley Quinn.
Okay.
Harley Quinn and Catwoman were the first two that popped because they were the two that kind of like in opposite kind of are at either side. But Harley Quinn's one is
just a fucking mental case.
Yeah, but like you've seen
that
her.
Makes her an anti-hero, I suppose.
Yeah, genuine, and it comes down to what you were saying about the popularity thing. She was a character created in the 90s for a cartoon, and became so fucking popular. No, but she became so popular that she blew up, and then she became one of the biggest DC fucking. Now, I wouldn't even say DC characters. Yeah, I'd go so far as to say she's one of the biggest DC characters now. Not even just the Rogues Gallery.
Yeah, everybody knows her. Like,
yeah, I mean, she's a massive pop culture fucking figure now. But I think she'd be top of the food chain on anti-heroes on the DC side anyway.
Number 6,
and I went with one on the DC on the Marvel side as well. If you want it.
No, I'll use it for your next one or whatever.
Okay,
we'll
yeah.
10 each, like, because we are running short on time as well. So
yes.
Number 6 for me, if any of you have seen Breaking Bad, it's got to be Walter White.
Walter White
started out as someone with cancer and turned into a full-on biggest meth dealer in the country and killing kids as well. Whilst all doing it to fund his family. I suppose you could say he's a full-on villain as well. But I mean,
I've never seen the show.
Really?
I've never seen Breaking Bad.
Wow. Tubbs,
I'm
fired.
Probably one of the last of a dying breed here. So, all right.
You often get to like legacy shows like that late, though, don't you? You were the same with Game of Thrones.
I mean, like, what was it? Game of Thrones. I started watching Game of Thrones at season 7 and binge watched it in 2.5 months.
Simon says Mrs. Doubtfire,
I get to things.
but Walter White and whatever about it, formidable.
Mrs.
performance as
Doubtfire.
well. Did he create it in his spectrum, Chris? John Wick straight up murders everyone a lot, yet you root for him. Yeah, but they fucking killed his
Yeah.
dog. Fuck that.
Yeah,
I'd
true.
kill
Yeah,
him
I suppose he had
fucking
reasons. But
well.
that's still Punisher style shit that he's doing there. So
Margot
he's
Robbie's arse has nothing to do with everyone knowing who Harley Quinn is. Not at all.
no. I mean, like she brought her mainstream movie side during, but yeah, before that, everyone knew who fucking that character was.
G4 says my ex could name 3 DC characters: Batman, Joker, and Harley.
Yeah.
It crashed. Chris Defo John Wick. Manga Fananga says treat yourself. Watch Breaking Bad. Listen to Sai.
Oh man, I've been listening to you, and I will listen to Sai, and I will get to it. It's on the list.
What's your next one, so Tubbs?
My next one is Magneto.
Ooh. He's more full-on villain, though, I would say.
Yeah, but has he not ventured to the sides of good and back and forth as well?
Depending on who writes him, but like he's had like the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants and everything. I would definitely say.
Oh no! I mean, I know that.
Call him an anti-hero, to be fair.
But he's had vibes of anti-hero-ness. Like he has fought on the side of good as well. And then you look at it in the movie side of things as well. He's kind of been on both sides.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between characters who are written both good and evil in different comics and just flat out anti-heroes. But if that's your choice, that's your choice. Your mate is here as well. Boogie Bop Phil is here. I'm calling over tomorrow, and I'm making that fucker watch Breaking Bad. Make sure you've no plans, fucker.
Dude, call over. Make me watch the first episode. I will talk so much that you'll turn it off. Like, and he's lying to his face. If Phil calls over to me to turn on Breaking Bad, he'll end up playing games, and Breaking Bad won't even exist because we'll just be playing lots of fucking old school games. Because that's how we roll.
What's your next one?
My next one, Peacemaker.
Oh, well, see, I know nothing
because of the Peacemaker TV show.
From the show, he's definitely an anti-hero.
Oh, 100% is where I got that fucking reasoning from. Was the movie and the TV show, because I genuinely didn't read a lot of fucking Peacemaker stuff. I knew the character.
I had never heard of him. To be fair.
So I'm solely going off of like the movie and the show, and he genuinely is that like fucking.
G-Force says he's never seen it either.
Yeah,
Breaking Bad.
I mean, I don't know. I think when Breaking Bad was on,
definitely.
I think I was watching Walking Dead or some shit, dude. I was knee deep in some show. But like, okay, has anyone ever seen Weeds?
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched every single episode of that show. So
you need to watch Breaking Bad then. Even
and that was also about drugs.
There's literally like a small guy who says bitch every episode. It's made for you.
Yeah, that's Aaron
Taylor Paul or
Aaron
Paul.
So,
yeah, there you go. Your last one was Magneto. My next one is probably from another TV show you haven't seen. Is my number 5 is Dexter Morgan.
Oh, I've seen Dexter. This show with Dexter?
Yeah. So Dexter,
of course I've seen Dexter.
Dexter is a blood splatter analyst for the DEA or something like that anyway. But he also murders criminals at night and chops up their bodies and fucks them into the ocean. So yeah, he's definitely an anti-hero. He kind of does it for since he's fucked up since he was a kid because his mother was killed in front of him or something. I think that was the story. But yeah, he murders people to feed his dark passenger or his urge to kill. And yeah, I think he's a definitely on the murdering spectrum.
But is he more villain than?
And Boogie Bop says false for his sister. Don't forget that. It's key to his character. Yeah. No, I would still say.
And to be fair, his sister, the one that plays his sister, is pretty damn. Yeah.
No,
she's in that category of that.
He's trying to catch killers as well. He wants to be the only lion. And
yeah, okay. I suppose there is that. Like, yeah, you kind of balance it with that. That's a balancing act. He's kind of doing.
And
the kitchen, and he's doing
fucking
the doing.
likable as well, like because it's well, the first 4 seasons are amazing, and then kind of quality drips a bit, like. But
And just to let you know, if I'd never seen the show, Phil's comment right there would have been like, "Ah, he's got some like murdery taboo involved in this show. I'm totally in."
I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but anyway, there's some get to it. So, Connor, I think I'm going to go to jail. Tez is on the ball. So, what's your next show?
Oh, my next one then was like Venom.
I don't have him actually. I was going to put him in, but I didn't.
Yeah,
He's
I mean, and
definitely better.
I didn't put. I know I put him down, but as I was saying, is like I thought we would have overlapped because I was like, oh, Brian will probably have Venom as well. But then I remembered Brian meant all of pop culture, not just DC and Marvel. So I was going to go, oh, he's probably got a wider list.
Like Venom had his own comic, Lethal Protector. Like,
Yeah,
so,
yeah. I mean, so he's definitely gone from being just like Spider-Man's big bad to like actually being like a protector of a city and kind of doing good shit. And then in the movies, he's kind of bouncing back and forth as well. And you've seen a lot of moments in comics and cartoons and movies from Venom in general to see he's not just a one-sided villain.
Chris says Mr. Freeze did all his criminal stuff for
100% on my list.
Shit right there, yeah.
Yeah, I would always call him an anti-villain.
Same thing
because
though,
because the reason I look at it that way is because I look at like a lot of, and we always say it's like, oh, a lot of the villains saw their parents get killed, or their parents were killed, or they were abused by their parents, or whatever it was like that. With Victor Freeze, the reason I love his character's arc and his character in general is because he's a villain he's necessity, and he's fallen to villainry just because it was out of love.
Everybody's hero.
No, but you know what I mean? He's like his turn to become a villain was out of love for another person. Like that selfless love for another human being made him become that monster. It's and I love that concept. It's not like, oh, they burned my face with acid, even though I love Two-Face. It's kind of like, I hate you now, Batman, because you couldn't save my acidy face. And I was played by Tommy Lee Jones.
Simon says Doc Ock. I would say yes because of his superior Spider-Man run. Definitely.
Yeah.
Han Solo. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, he shot first. He's a villain.
He's a bad guy.
He's an anti-hero.
Is Vader an anti-hero, or did he just go through a phase? I would say Vader is a villain, definitely.
Now here's the thing, right?
He did do something.
No, he is a fucking straight up villain, right? But does he have enough of a story arc full circle to land him in anti-hero status?
I think that was a villain that was redeemed. That's different as what I would say.
But that's my point. Do you think that that's one of those? Because he had good moments before he turned, and then he was the villain, but then he was redeemed at the end.
I think he spent most of his life as a villain, though.
Yeah, he wasn't doing
my hero.
Yeah. See, this is where it gets.
Jonathan agrees with me. He said too much bad shit to be called an anti-hero.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Who's your next? Is it my go or your go next? We'll wrap this up a bit because we're 4 left each.
I said Venom.
Okay, so my next one is Blade. Now you could argue
I have Blade as well, yeah.
You could argue he's a hero, but he does kill a lot of bad people. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean he does murder a lot.
So yeah.
But see, I'd say Blade, and it's weird. I put Blade. I would actually put Blade and Frank Castle in kind of
the same box,
and the Red Hood and all those kind of characters in that kind of same vein. They do fucking murder a lot.
He hacked a young lad's hand off. Vader's a bad guy. Yeah, and he killed kids as well as a human, like before ever he turned. But so go on, what were you saying about Blade?
No, I was saying is like Blade is one of those characters, like he does murder a lot, but he never becomes a villain. Not that I know of anyway, not that I've seen in comics. And even in the movies, he's portrayed. He seems to murder in the name of good.
Yeah. So,
And because they're all vampires, you can kind of swing that a little bit more.
what's your next one, Tubbs? Quick. Well over.
Um, what did I do?
Quick, and he does it slower than any of the rest of them.
Oh fuck! I put down Ghost Rider.
Okay, so that'll save time because that's my number 3 as well.
Okay.
Ghost Rider is my one. He's
Mm.
not a nice guy in general. Like, he's a stunt guy, and then he gets taken over. He gets taken over by a hell demon because he makes a deal with the devil, basically. And Ghost Rider's a good shout.
Yeah, but he still does good shit. He just has to do bad shit as well.
Yeah, he does good in the name of bad rather than bad in the name of good.
Yes, it's kind of a reverse conundrum, really, isn't it?
The ties won't like that. He did Blue Peter before all the unmentionable stuff. Jeffrey Epstein's cell guards. Christ. My number 2 is, I don't know, we've talked about him a lot already, is Punisher.
Okay, yeah, I have him down as I think
He
I
is
had him
the
on.
ultimate hero, I think.
He was in my number 2 on the list of the Marvel.
Doc Cotton covered for her bastard son. Christ. G-Force says Kate Beckinsale, Celine in Underworld. Very similar to Blade, actually.
Yeah, very much.
So my last one, and you can do the last one then, Tubbs. My last one was Spawn, because it was the first anti-hero I remember seeing in the cinema. It was basically like, comes back as very similar to both.
I still love that fucking movie. As fucking,
it's so bad, Tubbs. It's
ganky
so
as the
bad.
fucking CG is, and as fucking rubbish as some of the fucking movie is. I still love watching it because that film, like you said, it's full of nostalgia for me.
It's the comics, though. I'm talking about. The comics are fantastic,
and I love the cartoon that was on Bravo.
Oh, I remember that as well.
Do you remember that? The fucking
you can still find that on the Funny Irish channels. Connor knows.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably download it or find it fucking to buy somewhere now. On the Amazons.
Says Spawn is a great movie. Love it. So number 1, Tubbs.
I agree. Rolf Harris.
Who?
Rolf Harris. I mean, he did some under the table stuff with his friend Savile or whatnot, but he drew some lovely pictures for our entertainment. I think that's balancing the lines.
Oh, Christ. Like, that kind of fits in with all the rest of the ones we're seeing in the chat, like Bob Monkhouse, Michael Barrymore, Gary Glitter, and Jonathan one. I can't believe I didn't fucking think of it. Judge Dredd, number 1 for him.
Dude, I said it, I was going to go on, is he though? And I was like, yeah, he's totally an anti-hero. More so the Carl Urban version from the later movie.
Oh, the comics version though, it's fucking.
Oh, the comic versions as well, but like, I mean, if you're going to like movies wise, I don't know. He was just a cop. See?
Mick says Connor Fuller. He's a Liverpool fan, but he has a good heart. And Shabby, I'm going to go full on Tubbs here and say Amber Heard is not an anti-hero. She's just a straight up cunt.
Yeah, she's a cunt. Like she is Endgame's Thanos. Like,
no, she's just dirt.
Yeah. She's. Do you know what she is? She's like the bird you want to bring home and just bang, right? But you really, really don't want anyone to ever find out. So, like, you sedate her and bring her to the nearby woods and make the body disappear.
Wow.
Anyone else ever tried that shit? I haven't personally.
Wow.
What? Have I finally crossed the line?
Wow.
Wow.
Oh, Christ above. I think we should. I think Tubbs, you're overstimulated and overhyped. You need to go to bed.
Yeah, fucking definitely. It seems like an early night is needed for young Tubbsington.
Tez says, "Don't tell my Ralph Harris stuff."
Oh my god, it was you, man.
Boogie Bop hashtag cancelled. I fucking wouldn't be surprised with this cunt to the right of me.
I've been trying for 62 weeks, man. Let's be honest about it.
Mick says Brie Larson, Tubbs hates her, but she's hot. Yeah.
Now,
I
look,
don't
I'll be
mind
honest, right? From behind, not a bad looker, right? But you whip that fucker around and you look at that stupid, smug-looking face, man. Like a lead pipe is needed. Like, I'm sorry, lads, in situations like this, you know.
I haven't used
So-
that in a while.
and that wasn't even me setting it up myself. The lad set it
But
up.
yeah, you can follow us on Twitter if you'd want to do that after watching the show. Yeah, so what's worse is he used his Jimmy Savile wish to meet Rolf.
Oh my god!
Did he fix it though? That's the thing.
Did he indeed fix it?
Okay, so lads, I think we're going to close this show because before it gets closed down,
Fucking brown bags. This is true.
um, Chris says 2 for the price of 1. Been there, Jono. Tubbs in the woods, BB.
Tubbs in the woods.
Even Mick is outraged. God.
Good.
Okay, so yeah,
God.
we're 15 minutes over time, but
Whew.
we're having fun, so it's all good. And I'm going to leave it there because, yeah, it was an awesome show, and I cannot stop laughing. Right.
But I mean, look, if you can't stop laughing, we genuinely finished it on a good note.
Jimmy broke his ring.
Jesus Christ.
Simon says mint stream tonight, lads. Real funny. Thanks, Simon. Mick, great show, everyone. And yes, I made a list for the show and didn't get through most of it, so it was awesome. That shows we didn't even need it. Like so.
No, but you know what it was, dude? I found even with the Star Wars stuff, it was just organic chat between us in the chat.
Yeah. But yeah, like once, like I said, once we get to episode 6 of Obi-Wan, we'll do a full podcast about Star Wars.
Yes.
And going forward after Obi-Wan, depending on what's happening and what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was great fun. Thanks everyone for making it so much more fun as you always do. I'm not going to mention you all in the chat because there's so many.
But thank you all for showing up and
yeah, you were all awesome.
chilling with us every single fucking Tuesday.
Having the crack, like Shabby says, awesome show. Tez is laughing still. Chris and simultaneously a woman. Oh god. And thank you to Chris as well for constantly giving us an old push there of a Monday as well, even though he puts our faces on things, which is great. I think
it's fucking. I said it before. It's the stuff of nightmares on the old Twitter, right? But it's fucking brilliant.
It's hilarious. Smuggler says, "Cheers, lads." Lobot says, "At work, but freaking hilarious, great stuff." Sai says, "Top in the chat as always." Yeah, like even reading the chat amongst yourselves is so funny. Like, awesome stream all, and remember, fuck subpar 7. I leave it to you, Jonathan, to do that. Hey, Lobot. Great crack as always. Thank you, Connor. Tez says, brilliant time, lads. See y'all. And you do actually. Chris says he does Monday and Tuesdays. He does. So yeah, thank you so much, Chris. I thoroughly believe this has led to more people finding the show as well, which is always good. So thank you for that.
Keep putting our faces in different fucking photos, man.
Yeah, so with that, we will leave you and say good luck. Stay away from people in the BBC or that were in the BBC or have a BBC.
Basically, what he means is if someone shows up at your door and they tell you they can fix it and they'll draw you a nice picture, tell them jog the fuck on.
Yeah, and if Tubbs shows up at your door, you won't see him unless you actually open the door. It's so short.
Yeah, and invite me in for a cup of tea. I'm a nice fucking fella. You know.
Anyway, thanks again, guys. We will see you later. Have a great week, and we'll see you next week. And of course, anyone want to check out my regular videos, you can do that also. And yeah, see you later, guys. Bye.